I didn't sell out, son. I bought in. Keep that in mind.
Welcome to the Independent Characters, episode 279. This is Carl.
This is Josh.
This is Adon.
The whole gang's here.
Full house. Full house. This episode, we are going to be discussing why now is the perfect time to bring new players into Warhammer 40K.
Because 11th edition is coming out.
Yeah. All right, that was a short episode.
Okay, we're done.
Oh, we forgot to say who our sponsors are. Let's say that first.
And then sign off. Yeah.
This show is sponsored by sign off. This show is sponsored by Yen Chen Liu and Xander Leroy. Both. I picked people with three names in this one.
That's the theme of the show.
Three names?
Yeah.
We got three of us.
That's right.
There you go.
All right. Thank you so much for your sponsorship through the Patreon. We really do appreciate it's helping us out to buy headphones that aren't comfortable. And then I waited too long to return, so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. I told Don and I were talking about that before you got here, Josh, and he says, well, you could sell them on eBay. And I go, or we can just get used to how uncomfortable they are.
Just start growing those calluses on our ears.
When you get tired,
these are falling apart.
when you get tired of these, like the flaking off on your ears, and you really want to, well, you got a choice.
I know.
Flake off
I get
on
home
your
and I got
ears.
stuff falling out of my shirt.
Black
This stuff?
pieces of
Black pleather.
Yep.
It's vegan leather.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're on that note, I don't know that this is a transition, but let's talk elite choice.
Smooth.
You like that? That's the professional. I'll go first, and I chose Ivazanaz and his painting of the General,
Yeah.
which is a Custodes, obviously.
The whole force actually looks really good.
I love the purple on this.
Yeah.
Like purple and gold just go
great
so well together.
combination.
Purple's the historically assembled royalty and everything. So this just looks freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The blade on the axe looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like just everything about this model spoke to me. Even the face is done really, really well.
Yeah.
It's fantastic work, man. This
Leather
is
looks phenomenal.
beautiful.
That little attention to detail of where like the power node in the power axe comes out, that like that's got a little extra like sparkly power effect happening there.
Yeah, no,
But
I think
just
he did a really good job
Yeah.
on the entire force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
he's been working
beautiful.
on. Yeah, it all looks good.
It's stunning. But this one caught my eye.
Yeah.
In the last week and a half. So fantastic work, man. What'd you pick, Josh?
Yeah, I went with Miodhammer and their Imperial Fist Terminators. And these are just, it's a really nicely done execution of yellow. It's clean, it's crisp, it's got really good shading. You got really good just color tonality from that kind of orangey red shadow.
I was going to say, started with the orange.
to the
Yeah, I was
white
gonna say-
white yellow highlights, like, and just everything in between. And
Look, it started with a pink or something under the yellow or something.
as
maybe.
somebody who paints a lot of orange, I'm like, it's not the easiest color to work with.
No.
It's one of the harder ones to work with, and this is really nice.
Yeah, they look really good. I was always very intimidated with Imperial Fists. Like, just the yellow has always been a real challenge. I've gotten better at it, and when I did the guys for the Space Hulk and then did an oil wash on them, man, they came out really good. And after doing that, I was like, I could do Imperial Fist on
Right,
them.
yeah.
Were I inclined to play Space Marines? Yeah,
I actually like the brighter red on the casings too.
yeah, looks good. Looks real good.
It's the retro red bolters.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it's super phenomenal. Man, there's some really talented people in this group.
Yep.
What'd you pick, Adon?
I picked Apone 848's Morkanaut Mecha Squig. So his son wanted a
Fantastic.
a squig, and he wanted his army to be like squig themed. And so, it was like,
So
what are we going to do
good.
for the Morkanaut? And so the two of them started doing this project for this thing, and it looks so good. I mean,
What did they build? Is this like plasticard stuff? And
I don't
it's phenomenal.
I don't
looking.
remember what I think he just used like bits and parts from everything.
It looks like it could be parts of a what's the big one? The Gargant or
Stompa.
or Stompa rather, not the Gargant.
Possibly. I mean, there's a lot of different orc parts on there.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
And if you look at the back, like the tail of it,
Yeah.
it's got those the grab hooks,
Yeah.
which I think is from one of the aircraft.
It's like a
Yeah,
ladder.
it looks great.
The
ladder up the side, I think, is from the Big Boss terrain piece, I think.
The eyebrow / barricade on there. That's
Yep.
Kill Team.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Little
maybe
Kill Team,
maybe
auto-expand
Apone
goes.
there will tell us what he did it.
Yeah,
with, 'cause
I think he explains some of it in the thread
Oh,
too.
okay.
It's
and then
obviously super orky.
The orc sitting in it
Yeah.
as the dry. Oh yeah,
so good.
I love how this thing just completely overpowers its base also.
yeah, yeah.
The model is easily
Overhangs
twice the
it.
size of the base.
Yeah.
Which is just fun and impressive.
But it's got
And-
the proper base size.
It does. It does have the proper base size. And if infantry are assaulting it, or like you're deploying out of it, they've got plenty of room to fit under the chin there. So yeah, it's awesome.
Great, like just the creativity of it is
The
brilliant.
the orkiness of it. Just
Or ingenuity.
Orcification.
Yes.
yeah, organification. It's good.
All right. Let's go into Workbench. Hobby progress. So 2 months ago when I played at the Maelstrom Mixer, they have a table that Michael Dunsmore built there,
Right.
which has like a water fountain on it and like resin,
Actual running
pools.
water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a water pump under it that like there's lights in it, LED lights under the
Dunsmore's a talented guy,
Yeah.
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 creative guy.
And during the event, they were like, who wants, Carl, do you want the table? And by the way, it's covered with custom terrain, trees, like rock formations, like
It's not something you
ruins.
take apart. It's all.
No. Those come off.
Oh, they come up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, the table and the terrain, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, kind of out of storage area, and I'm like, no. And I go, but you know what? Ed from LETCS may want it. So I took pictures of it. I sent it to Ed. I go, hey, Ed, do you want this? I go, you'd have to come up and get it, but you could get it on like the day, when you come up for a game day or something.
Yeah.
And he goes, no. And I go, really? I go, is like free? And he goes, no, I don't want it. I go, okay. And then I thought about it for about 5 minutes, and I go, all right, Brad, I'll take it.
I'll find space.
I'll take it. I go, but I need like a month and a half to clear an area.
Yeah.
Do you think I cleared an area?
No.
But I did.
I'm surprised it's not sitting here in the room.
But I did commit to go pick it up. It's involved. It's involved. But it's also 2 totes of beautiful, like jungle type terrain
That you could use
I
on
did
any
not
table.
have.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And so I'm
That's
like,
worth it right
fantastic.
Yeah, you got desert,
Alone,
city,
that's
and
worth it.
jungle. Right?
And I
Yeah,
told them
yeah.
I would keep it, and if they wanted it to come back to the event,
Yeah.
I could bring it back to the event.
Yeah.
It's a 4x6 table, or is it a?
Yeah, 4
Okay,
by 6. Yeah. And it's 3 sections that bolt together.
Gotcha.
There are
Okay, so it's-
bolts and all kinds of things involved in this.
So
Water
it's
pumps
it's
and
it's
bolts.
3 2x4 sections.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Math is hard.
That's how I
You
used
are
to,
correct.
That's how I used to do tables in the old
Right,
days.
right.
I'd have 3 2x4 actually pegboards.
Yeah.
MDF pegboards and bolt them together.
Yeah.
To make a table.
Yeah,
and
that's
put
what it says.
the mat
The
over it.
other thing it comes with is like these ruins and then like these gems that float on them and spin.
Oh yeah.
Like
magnets.
magnet.
Oh,
yeah.
like
yeah.
electromagnets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
nice.
telling you, it's pretty
That's
sick.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Dunsmore did a great job on this
Nice.
table.
He's a very creative guy.
He is, and now I am the
he should
owner.
probably design games or something. He's
Yeah.
so creative.
It's not that good. So I did go pick up that terrain because I committed to get it out of Brett's garage by a certain point. So now it's in my garage. Fortunately or unfortunately, my car's still in the shop. So
Whoa.
once it comes out of the shop, I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put the table.
Sounds like a problem for future cars.
That's right. That's a
Future
problem.
Carl.
That's a problem for CJ. Yeah. Did that. I got these new boxes over here for my Arkham Horror living card game. These are non 40K stuff.
Wow. We got farther into the episode than I thought we would.
Those shipped from
Arkham
Europe.
Horror.
Those shipped from Europe. So like they were not cheap, but it's like it's a better way to. So I got to transfer everything, and the cards now store horizontally instead of vertically. So I got to manually go cut every single one of my dividers.
Oh,
Because all my dividers are anyway. And the other thing I would say is I've done a ton of prep because I'm running a once a month Traveler role playing game in person,
oh, nice.
and we had our first game this last weekend, so it was kind of nice. Like,
Your session 0?
it wasn't even session 0, it was session 1. Like
Oh, okay.
we've all played together before. I love playing role-playing games in person.
Yeah.
So much more.
So much better.
Than online.
I can only do about 2 hours online, and then I just find like I'm losing interest. I'm getting distracted.
Yep.
But we played 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We played so
Kicking it
for people who don't know, there's a YouTuber named Seth Skorkowski. He does like role-playing stuff. He's great. He's very creative, very funny YouTuber. Also an author, but in one of his videos, he was talking about how, like, you know, as his friends had gotten older and they used to game every Friday night, and he's got families and responsibilities and they couldn't do it anymore. And so now what they do is they just do one whole day once a month.
Yeah.
And people can commit to that. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Campaign in a weekend idea.
Yeah.
And Steve was already like, well, maybe we could do online, you know, every other day. I'm like, no, I just want to keep it in person.
Yeah.
And so I've done a lot of work on that game, and it kicked off really well. It
Nice.
was fun. It was fun.
Awesome.
So that was me. Not a lot of the 40K stuff other than getting that terrain finally from Brett and sifting through it and seeing, oh, where else can I use this stuff? So
You're in the in-between edition lull.
I am.
Yeah.
I really am. I did play a game. We'll talk about that later. But Josh, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so I did some painting.
Yeah, you did.
So we're doing we're calling it Tale of 4.5 Warlords right now because Brian missed the first month, but he's on teacher summer now, so he should be
there you
back.
go.
Actually.
Now he has no excuse.
Now he has no excuse.
So when it becomes a tale of 4.25 warlords,
then he'll just get cut. But we're doing we're all starting new armies and painting up with that kind of a slow grow 411th edition kickoff. So that's me, Sky, Craig, local guy Steve, and Brian for the 5 of us. So I'm this is finally the good excuse I've been needing to get back to the Eldar because they've been.
That's not a new army, Josh.
I mean, I started
you're not playing it.
The only thing I have a combat patrol painted for it, and that's it. I haven't touched it in 2 years. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had a ton of Eldar.
I've been building a ton of stuff, but I haven't been painting it
Since he rolled over everybody at the combat patrol event up at the after we stayed above the Russian gay nightclub.
Yeah. So I did win a painting award for it there. So like this is the army that I'm really. I mean, this is my 4th Eldar army, so it's something that I keep coming back to, and this one's not going away. Like this one,
do you think it'll stick?
I'm going to keep this one.
Have you sold the other 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you still had the other.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I take back my zing.
Yeah, it is. It is a new army, new to me army.
Yes.
So anyways, I painting. I've got a list made for it, and so we have that broken down to about 250 point increments for that.
So you got to see what happens. Yeah.
But it's definitely like I'm waiting and seeing right now, so that's why I've been building a ton of stuff, but not really committing to what I want to paint. But anyways, we did our first game night at the end of last month, so I got a warlock painted for it.
Can always use a warlock.
You can always use a warlock. So
And the warlock's interesting because they took the character name off the leader name off of it.
Yeah.
And made them
they're
support.
support now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was reading I just happened to be reading the faction pack for Aldari today.
Yeah.
Because I figured, I'm not going to be able to read them all before we record. I'll read the 2 of the armies I've been playing most recently. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Which you can see, it makes sense.
Why is that cool?
Because in the past, it had a thing where you can use a warlock with a unit if there's also a Farseer in the unit. Now they're support, right? And so they count as part of the bodyguard. And it makes it more
You can include
elegant.
warlocks in units that have Phoenix Lords now, autarchs, things like it just gives them more versatility.
And it's a more elegant way to structure it. So I noticed, and with the bikes too, the warlock.
Yeah, they can still be solo, which a lot of people worry because they're like just good zip around, buff things, and do actions.
What's your recipe for the orange? I was looking at the orange in this photo.
So it is a 6-step orange recipe. Of course. Starting with I'm using all pro acrylic colors, so it's red, it's orange, it's yellow, it's a white, and Well, it's a white base, first of all, because it's primed black, then white, and then red, then orange, then yellow, then white, and then a fire.
The saturation on the monument paints is so nice.
Yeah. The last color, and the photo actually doesn't do it justice. It looks better in person just because the orange has so much like tonality and
right.
That frightens me because it looks really good in the picture.
Yeah, in person you can see a lot more of the depth of kind of just the dynamic range of the orange in there.
Nice,
our
dude.
eyes can definitely see better.
And it's interesting because having taken a class with Jason, the owner of Monument, and watching his paint style, you get to understand why his paints are formulated the way they are. Yeah. And because he does a crap ton of blending on the palette. Yeah. Not on the model, on the palette.
Right. Yeah.
And so it makes a lot of sense when you use the paint and go, oh, okay, yeah. This is why they're made like this. Is because it fits the way he paints.
Sure. Makes sense.
And same thing. I've been doing a ton of like limited actual paints that I'm using, but just mixing a bunch of stuff to get the exact colors that I want to. Yep. So got the Warlock finished in time for our game. And then I continue to make progress on my Aspect Warriors. So I've got 20 Aspect Warriors that I'm working on right now. It's Banshees, Striking Scorpions, Dark Reapers, and Warp Spiders.
Nice.
I got 5 of each of those in the works. And the orange I had finished before, and that's what I used the latex mask, the liquid mask to cover the orange on that. So now I've done all the bone on that. So next it'll be jumping into the details. So probably.
Okay, so you've got 20 Aspect Warriors.
Yep.
They all have some sense of orange on them.
Right.
So I'm going unified color scheme instead of aspect by aspect, like which.
Right.
That's what we did with shells.
Yeah. Right. So you've got these 20 Aspect Warriors. So do you do like, okay, I'm going to do white on all of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go do the orange on all. I mean,
he's batching 20.
Same
for the orange and bone. Yes. For the details, I'll do the 5 at a time. Yeah.
5 at a time.
Because if you're going through all the trouble of doing the orange, it makes more sense just to do it broadly rather than.
But some people are not able, they can't deal with doing that many all at once, and so it's kind of interesting.
So
I just find it interesting to hear people's process
when it's just like base coats, which is effectively what this is.
Right? Yeah.
Like that, I feel like you can do.
Oh yeah,
50,
like when I was doing my.
But then when you go back to those details,
for the details,
like that's what kills you.
5 models max.
That's your limit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I was doing the Morty. It's like, okay, gentlemen, put on your boots, and you do the boots on 30 guys.
I couldn't do that. I could not do that. I'd have to break it down into at most.
It gets
10,
too tedious at a point.
At most 10, but probably 5.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
For me, yeah. I mean, some people can do that.
Well, that's why he was doing 20 at once, and that's why I was.
But he's not. It's like saying. He's just base coating the army.
That's what I'm saying. But the same thing with the Mordians. It's like, okay, I'm just doing the black boots on 20 guys. And then I'm doing the red jackets on 20 guys.
Okay.
And I'm just doing one color across and then going back and doing details.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. I don't think it is, but okay.
I would say boots are detail, not base coat, personally. But
yeah.
Except the boots are the entire. Okay, whatever.
Well, do the boots come up to their thighs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll say okay.
To their knee. To their All
right.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were sexy boots. I thought
they were sexy boots. Mordians are sexy boots.
They've got a slight heel on them too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, then they're definitely sexy boots. And you would have to paint all 30 of those at one time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like it's the majority coverage of the model is what you're saying, and I wasn't understanding that. I was picturing like these low-rise boots or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, even if it's not the majority, like the pants. I'll do all the blue pants all at the same time because it's a base coat and it's basically the same size on each model, and it's not. You don't have to you don't have to be very careful with it. You're just kind of putting it on the blue, and then you're putting on the red, and you're putting on the black, and then when you go back to belts and those kinds of things, that's when everything slows down.
Yeah. For me, the boots would be part of the. I'm doing 5 at a time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would do. Again, we're splitting hairs, right? Like, I mean, it's all just.
But that's what I find is interesting is hearing different people's processes and how they wrap their head around it. I think it's interesting.
And what's interesting is, especially with
our listeners, might not think it's interesting, but I do.
Especially with Aspect Warriors, where they can be very different. Like they can have very different amounts of orange on them based on what you're doing. But
placement and quantities does definitely vary across.
But also, especially when you're doing something where it's like 6 layers to get to this orange, it makes sense just to do it all at once.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying though, Adon. especially if sexy boots are involved.
Yeah, I mean, because if I was doing witch elves,
yeah. I mean, this is why Space Marines are like super easy.
yeah,
Yes.
In the sense that like, okay, I'm doing Blood Angels.
prime them red.
All of these guys are going to be red. I may prime them even with a different color, but then, okay, I'm going to do my 3 layers to get to the red that I want on everything.
Right. Yeah.
And now I'll go back and start painting.
Right. And
5
there's
at a time.
so many less details.
Yeah.
They've more belts and bags than maybe they used to in like 5th edition and before that, but still not a lot compared to most other armies.
Yeah. And then you get to chaos and you do trim.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's no shortcut.
Don't skip trim day.
All right. What else are you on?
Yep. So I've been working on boarding action. I long ago, I mean, it's probably it might have been about 2 years ago that I did the first half. It was 2 kill team boxes of boarding action to make a full boarding action board. So I cleaned and magnetized half of that, and then I've had this other half just sitting around for about 2 years. So I finally got motivated to get that going, because part of it is our first 2 games for our Tale of 4.5 Warlords was supposed to be boarding action.
You magnetized them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the slide together.
So you don't have to do the Lego step of that. You can just
he
use
magnetized
magnets.
everything.
Wow.
I know, right?
You do the work up front, and then it makes it super easy to change setups.
I found that if you sand down the the spine, if you sand down the little things that the slots that go in, it works great.
Yeah.
But wow, magnetizing them all.
Except until I go to play on his board,
Yeah.
and like my guys that are set for the tableboard case are all stick to the wall.
Stick to the walls.
What kind of magnets are you using? N87.
That's right. Massive magnets.
Just grabs. Yeah.
You know those magnets that pick up cars?
Perfect. Definitely. I mean, I've definitely seen you pull Titans off the legs, like legs off bases from over magnetizing.
That's why.
Yeah. I know how you roll.
That's why
I made the mistake of putting magnets that were way too big on grots.
Oh yeah.
I take a just like
I have
a grot pile.
I have ribbon under all of my Adeptus Titanicus guys, so I pull up on the ribbon so I can pop it off.
Just
I got tired of
pulling
ripping them
legs
off the bases. Off the bases.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got the boarding action is built and primed. So at some point I'll get to the detail of that.
And it's magnetized already?
It's magnetized. Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I went to paint my
The second half, the first half definitely felt tedious, just removing all the mold lines from that kit. Second time wasn't nearly as bad. I just got some like really fine grit sandpaper.
Just rub it.
Just
rub it out.
Just wax on, wax off.
Yeah, it was funny because when I was doing the details on my boarding action, they say, "Oh, you know what? I'm just going to paint the skulls right now. I'm just, it'll be."
Yeah.
And as I'm going, like,
oh my
God, there's a lot of skulls on there.
I say I was going to paint the skulls.
and I turned over one piece, go, damn, there's 2 more skulls.
So now how I want to paint it, and I'll do a pretty quick pass to make it playable, and then probably go back and do more details down the road.
That's what it did. Yeah.
Quick and playable is good enough for this for now. And then Legions Imperialis got the bug for that, and leading up to an event that I played in last weekend at the Heresy Hangover at the Guild House in San Jose, which I'll talk about in Games Played.
I completely forgot you were down there.
Oh yeah.
I wish you had messaged me. I would have come down.
It was fun. It was a
okay.
good time.
Well, I want to hear.
So I'll talk.
I would have gone, but it would have been the wrong Thursday.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't a Thursday at all.
Look, I'm being nice to you. You gotta be
I know.
You gotta be
It
nice
hasn't
to
come up yet. I know.
yourself. You got to be nice to yourself.
I know.
Throwing yourself under the bus.
I know.
So I painted up a Mastodon, 4 Whirlwinds, and then 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts for Legions Imperialis to get my list. Some of the new toys that have come out. I've done all the reds on about 25 other tanks. Which getting the red is the most involved step of
you do it all
this
at once.
army.
So
all the red.
that's a silver underneath a red speed paint.
No, not at all. So
Really?
it's a gold paint, and then I do a undershading of a dark gold. It's the
Gives the red a warmer.
necro gold, which gives you
One of my favorite.
panel modulation. It's
Yeah.
a pretty dark gold.
It's one of my favorite golds.
Then it's
too.
a clear red, no speed paints. To me, a clear red, and then which is a glossy paint. So then I have to matte varnish so that I can actually apply detail to that. And then I have to gloss varnish for oil wash and decals. And then I have to matte varnish when it's done. Like it's involved, but I'm also very happy with the results. Like I love how this army looks.
So the Whirlwinds, they're obviously the Rhino chassis. The Rhinos famously have 11 pieces.
Yep.
How many more pieces are the Whirlwind?
I think there are only 2 more.
Is it really only two for the missile thing? I would have thought for sure.
It's got to be more than that.
It's 4.
It's probably 5.
Yeah.
It's probably 5. I built these quite a while ago, but I think the missiles are 5.
Yeah, well, because when the game came out, I thought, oh, this would be so great to play epic scale and stuff like that. And one of the guys in the shop went to build the shop, thing, and he goes, "Oh, isn't this such a cute little Rhino?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, it's 11 pieces." I'm like, "Well, I'm not buying that."
It's not that hard to put together.
I mean, the infantry are all single pieces except for the missiles, which are 2 pieces.
Yeah.
But they're like infantry.
The infantry are great because you can paint them on.
They're a little tedious to paint though. Where the vehicles,
they are
for me,
worst.
The vehicles are really fun to paint. I definitely
the vehicles
enjoy
are fun.
The vehicles, so.
The infantry, I got the infantry, and that was where the whole thing stalled out.
That's where you're eating your vegetables and paying your taxes. But infantry won the game, so you definitely need infantry.
But I mean, but you paint them on the sprue.
I didn't.
Most of the people in LA were doing it on the sprue.
Yeah. I actually. So what I did was cut a lot of the sprue out. So technically they were still attached at the bottom.
Right.
But I did
because
a
it makes
decent amount of cleanup just because of the way the undercuts and mold lines are for those. So I ended up doing more cleanup than needed to be for those, but it's my game, so.
There you go. There you go.
So anyways, very happy with these new additions.
They look great.
A bunch more in progress. As I play more games, I will paint more of the tiny tanks.
Nice, dude. All right, it's done.
So I finished building the Huron army. I was looking for the Trader Guard guys, like the zombie guard guys that I had given to you and you gave back to me, and I couldn't find them. So I was like, okay, hell with it. And I bought the Trader Guardsmen, or I used the Trader Guardsmen out of the Huron box, and I built
they're better models.
I know. And I built the Trader Guardsmen, but I wanted, I don't want my army to look like super chaosy. They're
Just
supposed to be more renegade pirate style.
Just embrace it.
So I built them, and of course, what happened right after I finished building them?
You found the other models.
I found the others,
okay.
And
classic.
But it worked out okay because those other guard, there's like 20, 25 models.
Were they in the box I described?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There was like, that's what actually helped me find it.
Oh, good.
There was like 25 in there, but the loadouts weren't right.
Gotcha.
So for the options that you have for Trader Guards, like, fine, I'll just use the ones that I built. And I got the cultist firebrand guy with the big scooping thing on the front. And,
nice.
I was just going to use one of my old zealot models, but I like that model, the cultist firebrand model, a lot. So I'm using that along with my old zealots. And I got.
You acquired vehicles for your Huron army. So hold on. When you say you finished building Huron's army, that came in that box set in the.
Yeah, it was the box set. Plus, I bought, I think it was 5 or 6 other boxes.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Red
so it's quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 3 Reaver captains.
Yeah.
And
Reeve captains.
Yeah. And then 3 units of 10 Red Corsairs. And the Red Corsairs come 5 to a box.
Yeah, okay. I remember you telling me this.
And then Huron and his guys, and then 5 Chosen, and then the cultists and the Trader Guards.
Right.
And then 3 Rhinos and a Land Raider.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So I assembled all of the infantry, and then I went to do the tanks. I'm like, you know what? I got a ton of loyalist stuff, but I'm gonna have to like redo them, and I don't know. And so I bought stuff that was already painted. So
okay.
I found this really, really nice Land Raider, Chaos Land Raider online. I'm like, okay, well, I'm willing to pay this much for it. And then I won. It's like, okay.
How is it painted though?
It's red and black.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It was perfect.
Yeah. All right,
I was like, okay. Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to repaint it.
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I bought the Armageddon box set. I now have all the box sets from the 500 World series.
Those too. Those are good. They're good. They're really good.
They are good.
I'm glad I got them.
And the playing, the rules things in each set are really good. There's no real throwaway stuff, I don't think.
In particular, I'm hoping that we can carry over the character creation.
I think we will. The Crucible of Champions. I think we will be able
I hope
to.
so, because I love that idea so much.
And here's the thing.
I've heard Legends is coming to the Warhammer Plus app as they release new codexes.
Yep.
I hope they do the same thing for Crucible of Champions.
That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I was very pleased to see Legends in the faction packs today.
Yes.
So, where was I going with that? Oh, the thing with Crucible of Champions is, if you want to do it in 11th, just do it.
Right? I mean, you can.
It's not,
and
nobody's
certainly in our group we can. You know, I would like to see. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
So I ordered the 11th edition box set. Got my little
for the orcs
Armageddon coin.
I guess you need the.
I do both.
Yeah, I guess you do both. I really want, like, it's not a set I'm gonna buy.
Yeah. No, I mean, and what's beautiful about this,
it's one of the first times I haven't bought a starter set.
Yeah,
because I've moved on from Space Marines. Like, I've realized, like, it's not.
So I'm going to
my
correct
thing.
you there. It's a launch box. It's not a starter set.
Okay, cool.
There will technically be a starter set that comes out afterward.
Actually,
Yes. Yeah.
fine.
The starter box will have 2 combat patrols
launch
and
box.
some basic. Yes.
I'm sorry. When does it come out?
On the 20th.
At the start of 11th edition.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Or at the launch of 11th.
At the launch of 11th edition.
Which is really the start of 11th edition.
Well, you can actually start 11th edition now because the rules are out.
Do you launch a race or do you start a race?
You launch your car when the race starts.
I'd say you launch a boat. Anyway.
Semantics.
Point made.
Anyway.
Fine. The launch box. This is the first launch box I have not bought
Yeah.
in, like, mini editions.
Yeah. Same for me.
And you know, but it's interesting. Like, I think I've reached, and I know you have, we've reached this point in 40K for us, Josh, and clearly not Adon because he bought the box set. But and that's like, if this were a total chaos set,
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it.
I might, like, it would depend on what's in it, because I'm really at the point where it's like,
Pretty robust collections.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's folks who were predicting a Chaos versus Dark Eldar box. And
my prediction was Dark Eldar versus Black Templar.
yeah.
And I did not.
3rd edition throwback.
I did not make
and
my.
and if it had been that, I probably would not have bought the launch box.
Right.
But I'm going to use both these armies.
Yeah, this is a good fit for you.
Yeah, so it works out fine.
Yeah.
This is a very good fit. And but I think my point is, too, I'm just, the Defiler came out. Like, Chaos got a lot of love this
stuff.
last
Yeah.
year. Like,
Yeah.
I am not complaining. I've got the Defiler. I still have to get that assembled, and the Mutilators.
How many Defilers?
I've only got one so far. Eventually, I'm going to have 3. For each army, not
For
like
each
3
army.
in one army.
Yeah, 3 for each army. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, let me rephrase that. 3, 1 in each army.
Carl's actually playing tournaments for 11th edition
Yeah.
here, and
I'm switching it up.
Defiler is super busted. Might as well have 3 of each.
It's totally narrative.
Yeah, winning is the theme.
So,
Campbell.
yeah, anyway, I've talked about that. But, like, beyond that, I don't feel the need to rush out and buy anything these days.
Yeah.
I will probably, the next things I'll buy might reinforce maybe the Eldar a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
But that's what I was really, really happy to see that they put up for pre-order right after the launch box, the book, the cards, and everything else.
Yes, that's what
and
I
you can
want.
buy them actually as a set.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hey,
gonna
save clicks.
and I'm gonna say
One click deal.
I'm gonna say if you want cards,
Better get them now.
you better buy them because they probably will not reprint them.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think? Even the campaign ones?
No. They'll just wait for the next
No,
campaign.
I think they'll come out with a new war
a
zone.
new overlay.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's a new planet for that, and then also the next card will be next year when they have the 2027
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
chapter approved deck. So
Yep.
yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And I bought some AOS stuff. I primed.
Have you played with your Cathay army at all yet?
No, the old world stuff. No, I haven't. I'm trying to locate somebody who's going to be willing to do a learning game. I know that Andy will do it. He runs the Discord on the Bay Area
Travis
guys.
might do it. Tom would do it. Tom would super do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think he's in Napa, which is not too far from me.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so I really want to play with them. I have the second.
They look amazing.
The second wave is coming from Painted Fig, so I'm waiting for that.
I'm glad I gave you my half of the army.
I primed a Demo Marine and Retributor armor to test a red scheme over gold. That's why I was asking you what was underneath the red.
Yep.
There was a woman who was doing the scheme online, and I can't find it anymore. I thought it was Darcy Bono, but it wasn't. And my Google foo failed me. So, but that's why I was very interested when you were talking about the gold under the red. So I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, gold makes it a little bit warmer.
Yeah, but you used a clear, not a contrast.
Yes. Yeah, I don't use contrast. So.
I will bet you could get away with contrast too.
I'm wondering what I would do is take the red
Try
contrast.
it on a couple different models.
Well, that's what I did. I primed a demo model, but I went to that 2-day motorcycle class. So a lot of my hobby stuff kind of went sideways, getting ready for that and then recovering from that. But I'm wondering about taking the red contrast and just using a bunch of contrast medium and just thinning it out some.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think it would require that much contrast.
Yeah, not much. I'll try it out and see what happens. I finished Warlord by David Annandale, the novel. It was okay.
Yeah.
I thought that, I think it was Aaron did a thing with Titans in it where the Land Raiders were like fighting underneath the legs of the Land, and I thought that was a much better kind of representation of the whole feel.
Yeah.
What I liked about this was there was a whole section about the Skitarii and how they're organized and how they work with the Titan and how they attack other Titans.
Oh,
which I had not really seen that detailed
coming
before.
out of the legs and
and then going and they attack up the legs of
like
the
ants.
Yeah. And so I thought that was pretty interesting because I had not really seen much of that before.
Sure.
So I liked that part. And then I finished The Honored by Rob Sanders. So it's a dual set, The Honored and the Burdened, and the Unburdened.
I've got 2 stories. Yeah, okay. Like you can see your note says what the hell.
Yeah. That was my note. Yes. What the hell?
So
what did I just read?
Yes.
Do you know Dan Abnett is coming out with Hive.
I just bought it.
So
haven't listened to it yet.
And they delayed the double edition.
Yeah.
They did not tell Audible they delayed the double edition.
Oh. Yeah, I have the double edition.
It had popped up and I was like, oh. And I downloaded it.
Yep.
I paid for it and downloaded it.
Yep.
And I was listening to it on the way into work. And then I went to go home.
Yep.
And it was no longer
They
online.
removed it.
They removed
They
it.
revoked your privileges.
Yeah. Yeah, because they had released it too early.
It's still in my library.
Well, it may have come out since then. This was like a week or 2 ago.
Oh.
And
yeah,
so
I didn't start it yet.
So I listened to like the first whole hour. I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and then I was like, going to drive home and I'm like, where is it? I swear I downloaded it. And then I realized what had happened.
No, I'm listening to a murder mystery set in Wales at the moment. I'll go back to 40K stuff after that.
So there was that. And then the other point I want to make is a lot of people talk about the infinite and the divine.
Yeah.
And they love that novel.
No.
I hate it.
Oh, interesting.
Me too. I stopped listening to it.
I'm so glad somebody else finally agrees with me.
Yeah, no, I stopped listening to it.
I not interested.
Nope.
Like, and people hold that up very
You guys don't play
highly.
Necrons.
No.
Like the personality that it brings out and the rivalry between it's super petty and it's hilarious that they've been around for.
But you know what? It's
didn't
hilarious
enjoy it.
for the first 4 or 5 chapters. After that, I'm like,
I think it's a pretty interesting story too. But if it didn't, obviously,
it just did not click.
It
with
didn't
me.
click.
No.
That, yeah.
But people love that. Like every time I see like, oh, what should I read? People are like infinite and divine, and I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't
just
love
keep
it
my
as much
mouth
as some people. I have, but I enjoyed it.
I removed the download. I didn't. I stopped.
I was
say, about halfway through.
I will say the first hour of Hive, quite interesting. Yeah. Anyway, well, no spoilers. Won't
But
say
you know,
anything.
he writes comic books and TV stuff. He knows how to grab your attention early on.
Yep. Okay.
I loved his the books about the pilots.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh God,
They were really good. Really good. The idea of them fighting through like this wrecked like hive.
Yeah.
And like flying in it.
Did you guys watch the first Aeronautica?
I have not
episode?
yet. I want to watch it. Is it good?
I enjoyed it quite
And the
a
second
bit.
one's out
Second
now.
one comes out tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Warhammer Plus finally delivering some videos.
And I mean, just like watching the grace of the Eldar flyers of.
Oh, I've seen.
Well, and that's in the book too.
clips.
Yeah. When the other series, the series with the female pilot.
Yeah.
And she's fighting against the Eldar guy who like disappears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm going to check that out tonight.
Good luck making the game reflect this on the tabletop because it would be broken. But that's how it's supposed
They
to be.
did it in Battlefleet
I was going to say
Gothic.
Battlefield Gothic, they were pretty broken.
All right, let's move into games played.
Okay.
Did you finish it on?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Because you said we're moving on, so I'm done.
No. I mean,
I'm kidding.
If
Go
you want to
ahead.
expand on your WTH.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Games played. I did play a 2,000-point game against Travis down in Southern California.
10th edition.
10th edition. We have not
Launched.
done the. Yeah, hasn't launched yet.
Haven't started.
Yeah. Anyway,
It hasn't begun. It hasn't begun.
Yeah, next episode will be the commencement of
There you go.
11th edition.
We're going to break out our thesaurus and just go through all the
down
words.
to Southern California.
Initiation.
Travis set up this mission, and it was we were fighting on a Mechanicum world. I brought in good old Vastor the Archifane and a bunch of demon engines and such.
Yeah. And you remembered that you have
I remember
double
did I get
shots?
double
I get 12
shots out of the Venom crawlers now?
Yeah. Explain. I was so excited to tell Travis
It's
that.
like, oh, cool.
Travis went first and obliterated two things I needed. But I punched him back in the nose real hard.
Yeah.
It was like round 4, and I'm like, neither of us have focused on the objectives at all.
Just blooding each other's noses.
been
Yeah.
beating each other senseless.
That's a fun game, too.
Yeah, he pretty much had me though. Like he had me pretty much tabled. I think it was the bottom of round 4, and I was like, all right, let's call it. There's no way. Like he had enough infantry left on the table.
Yeah.
That he could get a few points at the end, and I would have nothing. But I was like able to like some highlights. I was able to like destroy a Land Raider with a Mauler Fiend. You know,
Nice.
I was able to like things just happened. You know, things exploded. It was an absolute enjoyable game.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
we played it fast.
Yeah.
Like we played fast. A lot of the guys there were playing board games and whatnot. Travis and I set up our game, played it, and tore it down in probably 2 hours, 45 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were fast.
Wow.
And we were done. And then we were like, everybody else is still playing
Still
game.
board
We're like,
gaming?
all right, so what do you want to do now, Travis? You know, so it was a fun weekend.
Nice.
I've been playing a lot of Arkham Horror Living card game. Other than that, with Shell still. We're at the final mission of this campaign, and then that's it. But that may be my final game of 10th edition, and it was a good way.
Sounds
to
like
go
a good
out.
way to send it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. We talked a lot about Maelstrom Mixer.
Yeah.
I went on their show, and they were talking about Maelstrom Mixer. We recorded
Oh, nice.
them.
Yeah.
I didn't really talk much about mine, so people could hear it here. But then I asked Travis questions about his experience there, and that.
So that's life after the cover save if people want to tune in and hear all the details
I'm a
about
few
that.
episodes behind. I'll have to.
It's a very different
catch up.
show.
Yeah.
Very different show.
But I actually look forward to each one coming out because it's so
It's-
different.
They're very entertaining.
And yeah, we know the guys, and they're great guys.
Good guys.
All right, Josh, what have you
show.
been doing?
So I played 6 games in the last week.
What?
Yeah.
He was, wow.
So
Legions Imperialis, though, not 40K.
five were Legions Imperialis, 1 game of 40K.
How long
All
does a
Warhammer,
Legions Imperialis game take to play? Does it take as long as a game of 40K?
Yes and no. I think you can
Shorter.
play. I mean, it's
a smaller game.
It's only 8mm, so instead of 28, so it's about a third. If you
Such a dumb joke.
you just
I threw everything off.
My brain's stuttering now.
Okay. How long does it take to play a typical game?
A full game will probably take you 3.5 hours or so. But
it's the same.
But 75% of the game happens turn 1. 85% of the game is done by turn 2. Like maybe even 90% is done by turn 2. And then like 95% of the game is done by turn 3.
Yeah.
So the last 2 turns, if you play them out, which aren't generally needed, like the game's pretty well decided by turn 3. You can call it there. And so you can play, like these were 3-hour rounds and most of us were finishing early. None of them went to time. Like every game was like, it's pretty naturally concluded with 30 minutes to spare. So about 2.5 hours.
It also helps when you have a group of people who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, like, Travis and I have this down now.
Right.
I mean, the slowest thing was rolling 6 more dice for my shots.
Right, yeah.
Because Carl was like, I'm going to roll these 6
long now.
And now I get these 6.
That was pretty much it.
Because you didn't fast dice roll and be like, oh, bonus 6 dice. Yeah, this is nice.
Okay, so this is at the Hangover weekend. Yeah. You played these 6 games.
So the first game I played was with Craig, and this was our Tale of 4.5 Warlords, and this was his new Ultramarine army, which is
I'll bet it's sick.
Absolutely gorgeous. Like I think it's better than an heavy metal paint job on
Oh my god. Well, it doesn't surprise me.
It is flawless.
His sisters are amazing.
Yeah, I would say this is even better. Like these are perfect. Like no notes. Perfect.
So the heretical hangover is
Well, hold on. This is before that.
Yeah.
He played this.
So this was our Tale of 4 Warlords, 4.5 Warlords, 40K. So this was probably my last game of 10th edition, very likely. And this was my Eldar against his Ultramarines. And this was just a super fun game. We're both pretty new to the armies. So like figuring out the detachments and stratagems. So this was a small game of just what we'd painted for this first step.
Yeah.
So we played on the smaller boards. It's the combat patrol size boards.
22 by 30.
22. No, it's
22 by 30.
No, we played bigger boards than that.
Okay.
So maybe it's the incursion size board.
Okay, yeah. 44 by 30 then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
44, 45.
But we used
Come on.
we played the combat patrol missions just because they're a little bit simpler. Because we're learning all the new things about the army.
Yeah.
For both of us, so neither of us are like I don't know any of the Ultramarine special stratagems.
Right.
And he doesn't play Eldar, so like we're both figuring out our detachments and stratagems. So we just played a very simple mission, which was a lot of fun. It was a super fun game, absolutely gorgeous, with my Eldar and his Ultramarines, and just a pretty fun, good time.
Bet it looked good.
Sky and Steve were right next to us, so we had 2 tables set up side by side for our other 2 warlords that were present. And they were doing Steve's doing Dark Elder, but he's doing the original sculpt Dark Elder that he's repainting. And then Sky's doing Iron Warriors.
I've seen it.
No, Iron Hands.
Look at
no, Iron Warriors.
Whichever one.
It's Iron
Whatever.
Warriors.
Iron within, iron without, iron all over.
Hey, let's name 2 legions Iron.
Cool. So you're just mad because you can't remember Primarchs.
I did.
No, I do remember the Primarchs.
We got it wrong.
I know which one goes to which, but the names of the legion.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
So he's painting the original sculpts. Those are like 20 years old.
But yeah, more
than
that.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a fan of those sculpts. Like I appreciate
old ones.
They're super different. So some of
new
them
ones are the newer ones are so much.
Yeah,
a big
I definitely prefer the new ones. Some of them are from when he was playing back in 3rd edition, like when the box set.
Yeah.
So he's got like some of it's his original collection, and some of he's acquired is more of just he wants to collect that old school vibe.
That's what I did with my metal.
Like he's very intentionally going for the old retro, and that's the collection in the army. But he's repainting them so they have a modern paint application to some very old models now. Nice. Super fun, good game, good times. And next time we are doing boarding action. So we're taking boarding action detachments, but we're each bringing a walker. So we're doing a slightly larger game. So like I'll have a Wraith Lord, Sky will have a Leviathan Dreadnought, Craig will have a Dreadnought in there.
So you're going to modify the rules so they can go through the doors?
Yeah.
Or they'll just be lurking in the hallways and watch out.
Yeah.
Or you can play Zone Mortalis rules.
So we were potentially thinking maybe we just borrow all your Zone Mortalis stuff to...
You're welcome to borrow it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we do that. So anyways, super fun game. And then I went to the Heretical Hangover, which is
this
at the Guild House in San Jose,
which is where the Maelstrom Mixer was.
Which is same exact spot the Maelstrom Mixer was in. Yeah,
the next weekend was this.
This was last weekend, so a couple weeks later.
Oh
yeah, I guess it was longer than I remember,
because that was
2 months. It was about a month and a half ago.
Yeah. So this is all Horus Heresy. It is 28 millimeter and 8 millimeter. So there's Legions Imperialis and 28 millimeter Horus Heresy happening simultaneously. There's about 60 players present there, so it's pretty good showing.
Good turnout.
Did you guys do any Titanicus too, or just Legions?
Titans were required in Legions Imperialis, but no actual
you talked about
Titanicus.
that, right?
Yeah. So you had to bring a Titan in so that it would reduce activations and help speed up games and lethality a little bit.
Right.
Part of Legions Imperialis is you can just I'm going to bring a ton of small stuff and just do the activation. Because it's alternating activations. Like there are ways to break that system.
Yep.
So this was in response to some of that happening last year. I played 5 games over 2 days. So it was 3 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday.
Nice.
All were incredibly fun games. I won't go into a ton of detail on them, but
give me like 2 highlights.
First, just cool thing was me, Brian, and Ivan were there all weekend. So the 3 of us were
Brian
just
came too.
Yeah, so he was playing 28 millimeter. Then
Nice.
Ivan and I were playing Legions Imperialis.
Brian playing World Eaters.
He was playing World Eaters. Yeah. So we just had a great time. All of us had a bunch of really fun games and just like fun grabbing lunch and hanging out. And Brian and I carpooled, so it was just good to spend some quality time with friends.
Cool. I'm interested in the Solar Auxiliary and how they ended up playing. Because you played a game against them.
They do very well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have better tanks than Marines. They have better planes than the Marines, and they have better infantry than Marines.
There you go.
So they do better. Yeah.
In summary, better.
I 5 games, 4 were against Marines. 1 was against Solar Auxiliary. 1 was more Knights than Marines. So 1 was really Knights first with some Marine allies.
So that's possible to be able to do an army that's mostly Knights.
You can do an all night army.
Really?
You can technically do an all Titan army.
You can do it all night.
Yeah.
You could do it all night.
All night long.
Yeah.
So let's see. 3 of the games that I played actually ended up being against guys that are in Santa Cruz that I didn't know play. Like,
that's
I've never
cool.
played against them.
So you've made.
So we
some
just
new
kind of
local...
realized that our local Legions Imperialis scene
much
has like
bigger.
doubled.
Yeah,
that's
from
fantastic.
So we're like, okay, it's time to
get together.
Time to put the beds together and make a big game day out of it.
Put the beds together.
Yeah, just
love it.
two groups in isolation. We're like, okay, we actually have a lot of local players.
That's
here.
fantastic.
Like, we should make some game days happen. So that was awesome. That was a big highlight out of that. A bunch of really fun games. So I ended up winning 4 out of the 5. So the one game I lost was against the Solar Auxiliary player because
better.
My list was I just did not have the answers to what they're able to do right now.
Okay.
So I went 4-1.
So sorry to interrupt, but it wasn't that you were making mistakes. It was that you just didn't have the answers.
I did not have the answers.
The mistakes were made at list building.
Well, right. But I'm just saying there's a difference between playing against somebody where, I made some tactical errors and so I lost the game. Or you're playing against somebody like, I just can't do it.
I don't have an answer for this. Yeah.
As soon as he was like, okay, the detachments, the 2 formations that he brought, or the 3 formations that he's brought, I was like, cool, I can't do anything against that one. I didn't bring enough stuff that blows up buildings, so you have guys on objectives in buildings that I can't get out turn 1. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just part, like I haven't finished painting the things that are able to blow up buildings very easily. So it's like, cool, I just need to add some of those to my army so I can be more.
No, that's cool. Listen, I would have been happy to go 4-1.
Yeah. So it was a table narrative event. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
0-4. It was a fun narrative event in that each table had a custom scenario. So each table had a scenario that was laid out for that table and terrain setup specifically. Each round, we'd get a little update before pairing to figure out who we're playing.
Was there an overall story going on, or was it just everybody get?
They've had a continuing story because this was the 3rd or 4th year they've done this event. I think this was year 4.
So it is fairly narrative.
So
it's nice.
It's
that's the best way Horus Heresy is.
Yeah. This is kind of the aftermath of the last 3 years. So the narrative for this, it was kind of a sector. It's a new sector that they're putting this the event in, and it's like the remnants of the defeated Chaos forces are now finding this new sector, Vanaheim. It's the Vanaheim sector. Traitor forces. Well, I don't know. Word bearers are
they're launching into the traitor.
They've already started that journey, Carl.
They bought the launch box.
Anyways, so each round we get an update to see where forces stand, which planets were in kind of control of the traitorous forces versus loyal forces. If your faction was behind, there was kind of like this special bonus that this extra
catch up
permission, but I think those only existed in the 28mm missions because none of the tables that I played on for Legions Imperials had that mechanic. But there, for mission tracking, they did a pretty simple like win-loss draw tracking, but then you could also do kind of one bonus thing on there, which would generate a campaign point,
right?
Whether you win or lose, it's you're playing the mission specifically,
right?
Even if you lose the mission, you can do the one thing that helps contribute towards the greater campaign,
right?
So out of across five games, let's say 60 people were there, so that's 300 games played.
Wow.
Or 150, right?
That's incredible.
Divide that. Over 150 games played. There were it was a 9-point difference at the end of
that's amazing.
150
so like
games. That's wow.
Yeah. So very, very tight back and forth. And
that's nice.
Like so each round we get an update of what planets were doing what, and you could strategically like, okay, I want to fight on this planet because I think I can crush somebody. Some of the games were assigned, like your opponent was assigned, and some was like the first game was if you have a grudge match, like call somebody out from years past, or like if you got a friend or something like that. So it's cool. A bunch of like 5 really fun games, great time, and would definitely like to make it again. I was supposed to go last year, but I had something come up at the very last minute, so I had to sell my ticket. So it's bummed I missed it because this time was a really good time.
So the Maelstrom Mixer is run by Faultline 40K, and the Heretical Hangovers run by Everyday 30K.
Everyday 30K.
Yeah.
Which Bob is a Santa Cruz guy, and then another guy named Ryan, who I think used to be in Reno, but I think maybe he's relocated to the Bay Area. And so,
out of the course of this whole weekend, so who won? Who was the best commander of the Loyalist forces?
Well, 28mm, I have no idea, but on the
Legions Imperialis,
it's funny because we had a odd number of players. So my 1,000 Sons were pegged as loyalists instead of traitors just because of the way the numbers worked out.
How'd you feel about that?
Well, in the end, it was fine because I won a trophy for it.
So the answer to the question is
because the Solar Auxiliary player was traitor, and I think he's the only player who went 5-0. So he won best traitor, and I won best loyalist.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool.
So had I been playing traitors, I probably wouldn't have gotten the trophy. So
but then maybe he would have been playing loyalists.
Yeah. Which, I mean, would be way more true to my... The 1,000 Sons never actually got a choice, right? Like
they didn't.
The wolves...
They were forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, thematically, I was fine with it, but...
After Nikea,
he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
After Nikea, they did kind of make a choice.
He did.
You know, the interesting thing...
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Again, yeah, totally. When I remember when the Heresy books came out, and it was what was the Space Wolf one? It was the first one.
Prospero Burns
and
1,000 Sons.
Yep. And you read Prospero Burns, and you're like, man, these Space Wolves are jerks. Like, look at them; they're just like attacking. This is totally uncalled for. And then you read 1,000 Sons, you're like, it was called for. Yeah.
But I love that. I love those two books.
They're great
the way
together.
it shows the two different.
That was the thing I loved.
My
man,
favorite
so
two books.
I actually didn't like the first one initially, and then I read the second one and appreciated the first one way more.
Yeah.
Like
Which one was written by Dan? 1,000 Sons?
I don't remember.
1,000 Sons was the first of the Horus Heresy novels to make it to the New York Times bestseller list.
Was it?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space Wizards. Doesn't get better than that.
Nothing better than Space Wizards.
No. Yep. All right. So I think that's it.
Except for me.
Except for Don. I just scrolled down and I'm like, oh, there's a Don's name.
You got to scroll past the giant picture of my trophy.
Yeah, it was. I had to look around it.
Yeah, Ken, put these in with my phone, so they were tiny on my phone.
Don, what have you
It's a
done?
cool trophy though. It's all
Yeah, it's
LED
cool.
lit up, and you can change the color of it and stuff like that. So it's etched, and so the light catches the.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
etching.
it's pretty cool.
It's different from the rest of my trophy collections
Oh, wow.
Or medals.
or medals.
Little not so humble brag there. Is he?
Listen, Josh is a good player, dude.
Yes, he is.
Like
Yes, he is.
no joke.
Yeah.
But also
Some of those are
Able
also
to-
for painting.
able to turn it off and just enjoy. Just like
Have a fun game.
he's a
He
renaissance.
doesn't really turn it off though. The skill is still there.
The skill's there, but like
I don't have to bring it for every game.
I've won games against Josh. Not often, but I've won games against
yeah.
Josh. You know, because he turns it off.
I'm not saying something.
It is. I'm 5-0. I'm so 0-5 right now. After Travis beat me up.
New
last
edition,
time, too.
new record.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Starts all over.
It's all over.
Reset the clock.
I went out on a loss. Okay, Don, what do you got?
So I met a random guy on the internet.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, through
It's totally safe too.
yeah through the Discord. He goes by Sad Sensei on the Discord. His name's Scott. Yeah, Scott Dennis. And Scott.
Wait, not Scott Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh,
You met him in person?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I don't
He has
know.
no idea what he's talking about.
this is Bay Area or Southern? Down
Oh, Bay
south?
Area. No, no.
Yeah,
this is Bay Area.
Northern
Yeah.
California.
I live here now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
So,
if you say so.
anyway, he contacted me. He said he hadn't played since 4th edition. He's
Yeah.
interested in. He's doing stuff on the Hobby Progress Challenge. He has a Mentors Legion that he's playing.
Yeah.
It's looking really good, and he wanted to, kind of get back in. But he says, no, I realize we're towards the end of 10th, but I still want to do something. I have like 750 points painted. Well, we can do a 750 point game and kind of get your feet back on the ground.
Yeah.
So we set it up. He was going to come over. We were going to play on the at my house, and right like a day before or 2 days before he was supposed to come over, they dropped the rules for 11th.
Yeah.
And so I texted him and said, hey, what do you think? You want to try, since it's a small game, you want to try doing like a demo of the 11th edition rules? And he goes, dude, I was just about to text you.
Oh yeah.
When
Nice.
Don told me this, I was like, that's how this podcast started.
Yep.
Jeff was like, you want to do a podcast?
Want to
I'm
do
like,
a
dude, I was
demo
gonna
episode?
ask you.
Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Anyway, so he came over and we played a 750 point game.
10th edition, 750 points.
Yes, 750 points using 10th edition points, using the 11th edition rules.
For the record, I'm being very nice to you.
On a 44,
Josh is the
on
one
a
being
44
mean.
on a 44 by 30 board.
For those unaware, I have been informed that I am too mean to a Don. So
That's not new though.
dialing it back. Just saying. I want to be supportive of my friends.
I really appreciate you disconnecting the electrical charges on the chair. That was a nice change.
Oh, you're in the wrong chair.
Oh. I was supposed to be sitting in the one with the wires on it. Oh, okay.
It's like car battery doing it.
So we played a 750 point game.
Yeah.
And we didn't, because there's, in 11th, you can use regular, smaller objective markers. You don't have to use terrain.
Yeah, correct.
And so because we weren't going to mess around with trying to figure out all the proper terrain sizes, we just decided, well, we'll go with round objectives. And we used the card deck just to be able to set the game up. But we used the 11th edition rules. And I had printed out the stratagems and the stratagems, and did it on cardstock for each of us. So we could have them right at hand for the generics. And then I had printed out all of the rules. And so I had it broken out, the main rules, the terrain rules, and then the additional rules with like the universal special rules and that kind of stuff. So it was really helpful having all that stuff right at hand. And we played the game, and we actually had a great time. We talked about things as we were doing it, and he was saying, "Well, I was thinking about this," and so it was kind of like talking through the game, and getting him kind of back into the flow. And he was saying, "Yeah, I think I'm going to put the Terminators over there."
So different from 4th edition, which is
right,
which is like it's a dramatic change.
Yeah, well, you can measure.
Yeah. You can pre-measure.
You can pre-measure.
It's not weapon skill versus weapon skill.
Yeah.
Like the comparisons aren't there. Like strength to toughness is totally simplified from that.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that has changed.
It's more abstract than it used to be.
AP is completely different.
Sure. Yeah, completely different. Yeah. But he was loving it. We were having a good time. Like there was one thing he was going to do with his Terminators. Yeah, I think I'm not going to drop him down over there. I said, well, the objective's on this side. I have Grot sitting an objective. You're bringing in Terminators. They're going to be able to get rid of those Grots and then do the action that you have on your card right there. Think about that. And so, oh yeah, okay. So we were talking through what are the different options, the tactical options, and those kinds of things. So it was a lot of fun. Our dice were going real hot and real cold, back and forth, and so we were laughing and screaming, and things are blowing up, and it was fun. We got to the end, and like my war boss in mega armor ended up face to face with his captain, as you do,
in the middle of the table.
It was right by the objective where his Terminators were, and my group of 15 boys that were left in that group started coming over to join in the fight, and he was making saves like a big dog, and the Mega Knobs and the war boss didn't kill him.
Oh,
in close combat.
Nice.
And so we're like, yeah. And then here come all these boys, and, dog piling and stuff. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm sure we're going to be playing again once everything actually launches. And
Awesome.
Very cool, man. That's awesome.
And then people were asking about the terrain and the dice rolling and stuff like that. And I'm not quite sure what the hang up is that people have with fast dice rolling.
I don't know.
We didn't really have an issue with it. So that all worked out pretty well. The terrain,
makes good sense to me.
The terrain, going, to it, up it, over it, down, none of this diagonal BS stuff. It was like, oh, that's dense terrain. Well, they're infantry, just go on through it,
right.
Those kinds of things. It worked out really well. The one thing that our interpretation, because it says everything is in straight line movements, you move, pivot, move, pivot, move. And so the way we looked at it, you're allowed an infinite number of pivots.
Yeah.
So we just measured it all the way around.
I'm telling you.
And it's like, this is not a thing.
I don't know why they've written it that way. Yeah, it's addressing something.
I don't know. But for infantry, it doesn't matter.
No.
But for what?
I could see for tanks, it might matter because you have to go past the terrain to get around it.
Yes.
But for infantry,
I think it's for larger models because you actually need the width of the model to be able to pass.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's probably what it is. You're right. Yeah.
We had a really good time.
Nice.
You made a new friend on the internet.
He was really great guy.
Good.
He lives in Oakland, so it's not very far away. And so, it was really
very
good.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Well, let's do this. We're an hour in. Let's take a break and we'll come back and actually talk about our main theme of the show. So we'll be right back.
Yeah. Let's launch it.
All right, let's get started. Okay.
We're initiating the next section.
That's right. So we are, why is this a good time to bring new players into 40K? I mean, the easy answer, as Josh spoke to earlier, is it is a new edition. Right? It is 11th edition.
Yeah.
11th edition makes a perfect on-ramp time to bring new people in. It kind of resets everything. I always think back to when 8th edition did it because that was like, I think it
was a hard reset.
I think they executed it super well though.
Yep.
And it resets everything. It gives everybody kind of a fresh start. Everybody's aligned. Everything the company is doing is trying to make it more accessible right now.
Yep.
And And one of the things that kind of came up that I brought this up because I became aware recently, as I've been in various conversations online, that a lot of players didn't start the game until like after 8th edition.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
sweet summer child.
Yeah, you have it.
What's a template?
I'm becoming like the old bitter guy when it's like they start complaining about something. I'm like, you have nothing to complain about. And like I came in towards the end of 4th. That's when I started. So like, I mean, for players even before me, it's like, yeah, okay. But I mean, it's so funny to see some of these arguments. And this goes back to my original point I've made a long time ago, which was I found in the Wayback Machine the old GW forums at one point, and I started going through them. And I'm like,
interesting.
These are the exact same arguments.
Complaints. Yeah,
the exact same arguments. Yeah. And what's funny now is people are complaining about the books and the cost of the books, and they're like, they should just make them soft cover black and white. And I'm like, they used to be soft cover black and white.
And everybody complained about it.
And people wanted them hardcover and colored because other people were doing hardcover and
what
color.
you asked for.
So
now we just want digital codes.
Be careful. Now we just want digital codes. Be careful what you ask for. Okay, so I mean, the 8th edition thing was really nice. Like for a period of time there, everybody was playing Index Hammer. Like you just had the index cards.
Yep.
They did it in 10th.
Yep,
they did it in 10th. I thought that was pretty well done. And yeah, I think Games Workshop. Don, you could probably speak more to this, but like GW's been moving towards improving the onboarding. Approach.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the things that's super cool about the way that they do these launch boxes, and then later this,
and then later the starter box.
Later the starter box. There's a point. There's a point to what I'm going to say, right? So the launch box is designed for people who already play 40K. And contained as a subset of the launch box is what's going to be in the starter box.
Right.
The starter box is 2 combat patrols.
Right. Yeah.
And so they set it up so that if you and a friend want to get into 40K, there's 2 combat patrol armies. You get the rule book. You can play combat patrol right out of what's in the box.
And you get a good deal on top of what's already a good deal as a combat patrol box.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. To that point, one of the segments that Life After the Cover Save has done when they do something actually serious was they would take like the combat patrol boxes and then they would
price it
out based on the points that you had and what it was and show you what kind of deal you were getting.
Well, I mean, in both the AOS and 40K starter boxes for 10th edition and 3rd edition.
Starter or launch?
The starter boxes. Okay. You were basically getting one of the armies for free.
Oh, interesting.
Because the army, at the time, the combat patrol boxes were like $160.
Yeah.
The terrain was like $90. The rule book, when they sold it separately, was $25. That whole box was $210.
Right.
So one of the armies is basically free.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have made a really good incentive for being able to jump in to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
Or even if it's a single person buying both halves and be like, okay, now I've got 2 armies I can teach a friend.
Exactly right. And say, hey, did you like playing that army? I'll sell it to you for $30, $50, whatever. Yeah. And now you've made a whole bunch on your box, right? And so it's it's the idea of the lost leader, right? You take it's the $5 Costco chicken.
Yeah.
Right, because they put them in the back of the store, so you have to go through the Costco to get it, and nobody walks out of Costco with just the chicken. Mm-hmm. And so it's the same idea. I mean, you come in, and I'm going to start, okay, and then that's the hook, right?
Yeah.
And so the launch boxes are even better because now, if you want to get somebody into the game, you've got more than just the combat patrol. You have Combat Patrol Plus.
Yep.
And so
a couple expansion units.
Yeah. And it has all the cards where the starter boxes don't have all the, the campaign cards and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it ends up being much better.
Because those will just play combat patrol missions.
Right.
As combat patrol. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this starter box running? It's close to 300, right? 290 or something like that?
295 for the launch box.
Launch box, excuse me.
The combat patrols or the starter boxes are probably going to end up being around 225.
Yeah. That launch box is actually
220.
Like when you price out everything in there, it is a
screaming deal.
It's expensive, but still a good deal.
But it's a screaming deal for what's in it.
But if you don't need any of it, don't buy it. Right.
Oh, sure. But I mean, look at what they're selling.
So going back to our points here, because I mean, we'll talk pricing and all that. I mean, look, it's a good deal, or it isn't. You decide.
It can be expensive.
You decide
and a good
for
deal
you
at
if it's the right deal.
Yeah.
But the entire community, why 11th edition is the perfect time is the entire community is kind of in learning mode together.
Right.
Some people are going to learn faster than others. Josh is going to learn faster.
Yep. Already done.
And so this is kind of
he's already beating us in his mind.
This is kind of fair enough. This is kind of the rare period where everybody is on the same footing. Nobody's kind of going to get left behind. If you want to focus and learn how to play the game, now is a good time to do it.
And it's also a great time to start a new army.
Yeah, new edition, new army.
Right, new edition, new army, and because for the same reasons. It's a great opportunity.
If you're thinking about ever starting a new army, now is the time.
Yeah, I mean the fact that you guys are doing this Tale of 4.5 Warlords.
New wave of codexes will be coming.
Yeah.
New edition, just for nice reset.
And the game I played with Scott's a perfect example. Here's a guy who hadn't played since 4th.
Yeah.
And, I didn't feel like he was that far behind me.
Yeah.
We were both learning, how do you move? Oh, you can't get closer than 2 inches now. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do that.
Yeah. So in general, not just speaking about 11th edition, why is now a good time to start? And I'll go first on that one.
Yeah.
I think more than ever before, Games Workshop, especially with 10th edition, 9th and then leading into 10th, they have made it easier to get started quickly. I mean, the game does take some time.
Yeah.
You've got to build the models, and then once you've got them built, you can actually play. But I mean, that's part of the whole experience.
That's part of the hobby.
Yeah. So, but the fact that, you can pick up a box and start playing with that box in a combat patrol.
Yep.
I think this is something that was sorely lacking previously. Like we would get battle boxes, or what did they call them before?
Battalion boxes? No.
Before it was a smaller one. I don't think they called them
Battle
Combat
Force.
Patrol. Yeah, it was like you'd get what is the size of the Combat Patrol size box.
Yeah.
The physical box was that size. And you would, the problem was you would buy that box and go, okay, can I start playing? Well, not with that. You're also going to have to add this and add that. Right. But now.
Or in the old days, like you need an HQ and 2 troops.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out what to add to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what's a fast attack? I don't understand what a heavy support is. That doesn't look very heavy to me.
All that stuff's gone now.
Yeah, right.
But now the nice thing is you can buy that box, start playing it. And we've said this before, like you could, if I were to start a new army, I could buy that box, play it and go, oh, this army is not for me. I'm going to sell this off.
Sure.
And let me try a different army. Right?
It's a great way to test out a new faction.
And a lot of times the combat patrol boxes are easier to build models.
Yeah.
Not always, but some of them are.
Yeah.
Especially the ones in the starter box.
Yeah.
The 2 combat patrols in the starter box are basically push fit.
Yep.
Which I still recommend clipping the posts and gluing them. But anyway,
I would agree with you 100%.
But I mean, we had people repeatedly buy them, open them, push them together, and play that same day in the store.
Yeah,
yeah, they push it. They're solid. Like it's not going to come apart.
Right, yeah. We'd have somebody come in at 11 o'clock in the morning and buy a starter box
by 1 p.m.
and they're playing in the afternoon.
Yeah,
and having a great time, and somebody's going and checking on them, make sure they're not totally messing it up. But and the combat patrol cards are like rules light.
Yes.
Right. So each unit has a combat patrol card, which is not as detailed as what it is in the regular game. And I'm crossing my fingers that they're going to make it even more like Spearhead.
Oh, I hope so. I can't imagine
it's going to be
don't.
awesome.
I can't imagine they don't, but we'll see. I think that too, right now, the lore, you just spoke about Warhammer Plus releasing like the video,
Aeronautica
video. The lore is kind of richer and more accessible than ever before. It was interesting. I was talking to somebody just recently and they were talking about, people don't see that 40K is making fun of like Margaret Thatcher and it's all satirical. And I'm like, well, I don't really think it is anymore.
Yeah, I think it's moved.
I think it is moved into...
In the 70s, it definitely was.
Oh, yes. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. 80s.
And 80s, yeah.
For sure it was. But I think it has evolved to this point where it
stands on its own.
It's not, it stands on its own. It's not making fun of those things. In fact, it's saying this is a horrible environment.
Yep.
But like if you read the Black Library books now, like they are written by serious authors, and some of them take Aaron, for example, or John or Dan, who are trying to like say, like, look at what this would look like from a regular person's perspective, or how would a Space Marine actually think about these things, And I think that the more thought is given to these.
Not a great place to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the trailer for 11th edition, the longer trailer.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's a great trailer, but if you watch it and listen to the words, they're telling you
gross.
This is
horrible.
It's horrible.
Not a good IP to find yourself in.
No.
As somebody in that world. Yeah.
The other thing that happens around this time. So I mean, lore.
Yep.
No, and I remember when I started, like, I read all the Black Library books.
Right.
I mean, no, I read them all. Like, there was no more I could read. That I had read all of them. That's impossible now.
Yeah.
There are so many.
Yeah. Right.
So it's a great time if you want to learn about a particular faction or read about a particular faction.
And we find a lot of people come in already steeped in the lore.
Yeah, that's interesting too.
They've never bought a model, and so but they know of the world from video games and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of
content creators.
Yep. And so they'll come in and they'll talk about, I want to play XYZ because, and they go on a 10-minute discussion of the lore of that faction, and you're like,
you know more about it than I do.
Wow. So have you seen the models? Well, not in real life.
So
okay.
Well,
also,
it doesn't play like that. So
Total War Warhammer 40K is coming out soon, and I signed up for the beta for that to check that out.
Yeah.
And then Dawn of War 4
War
too.
4.
I think these are two IPs that are going to be very strong.
Yep.
But geez, the videos they were showing for the
Space
Total
Marine 2
War
brought
thing.
a ton of people into the game also.
Yeah.
Space Marine 2
It's fantastic.
absolutely
Yeah.
that brought in more people than the Amazon Prime episode.
Yeah, the
why am I blanking on?
Death and Robots.
Well, it's made by the same
It's
people.
made by the same guys, but yeah.
But it was a whole series of different things from video games.
Yeah.
And the Space Marine one was really cool.
It was amazing.
It was awesome. And we got a little traction on that, but not nearly the same as Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a whole
selling
box just for Space Marine 2.
So it's a great time to get into the lore. The other nice thing that happens around this time is the secondary market gets flooded with stuff because people are, I don't want to play this anymore, or it's changed and I don't like it, and I'm done.
Or I don't like the way they've updated the rules for this army.
Or I don't like the way they've sold.
I'm going to start a new army. I'm going to sell off the old one to fund it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can get some good deals getting into the game as well in that regard.
And that goes back to the idea of the rules. They take a chance. Like we were looking at the faction packs today.
Right.
They clean up and reset the rules and make it so that the rules, in some cases, read a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
The idea of changing the warlocks from leaders to support, and so coming in brand new, you're seeing something that's a much more elegant setup.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the intention.
Yeah,
that's the intention
for sure.
Every edition, they set out with the intention of cleaning up rules ambiguity, wording of things, making things less open to interpretation. So yeah.
And then content creators like us, and video, more importantly, like YouTube video creators, are all focused on the new stuff and showing you how it's new and
changed.
And here's the thing: like, everybody's trying to get a jump on everybody else. This is why we don't bother with that kind of approach. But it's too stressful for me.
It's dated. Then
it gets dated. But now's the perfect time that if when I learned the game, like, we didn't have this level of involvement.
The internet was only a military application when I started playing Warhammer.
That was you. I worked in the internet, but even there, it was like the content being produced was not what it is today. Like, some of the stuff that is being produced today can teach you how to play the game.
Yeah.
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
GW's doing it. GW's licensing stuff out to play on tabletop, who are doing great stuff.
Yeah.
Nick and those guys over there do great.
Well, I mean,
stuff.
and this is like the upside of them creating a system of monetizing content.
Yeah.
Which back when the internet was a lot younger, when YouTube first started, the monetization model was not conducive to having this type of content.
Yeah.
For niche hobbies and things like that. And now it is. It's now it's viable for people to quit their job and do this as their job.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's a lot of naysayers about the monetization. About the monetization of the internet.
Well, I've thought about it.
But this is one of the areas where it makes it really nice for people coming into a brand new edition as a brand new player and be able to get a nice, you know,
100%.
If you know some people are into it, you know, talk to them about which content creators they rely on and go to those. Mm-hmm. You know, because some of them, you know, there's good and bad.
They all have their approach to it too, right? Some of them are very going to be competitively mindset.
Right.
Some are going to be more narrative. Some are going to just like mechanics. Like, let's just talk about mechanics. Let's talk about, like, there's been a lot of speculation with that trailer you mentioned with there's flashes of the Emperor on the Golden Throne there. Like, are they going to advance the lore? Like, there's speculation. We'll see. Like,
I would, me personally, I would recommend playing on tabletop. Like, I think those guys are great. You know, I went up there and played with them. They're a great group of guys.
Yeah.
They know what they're talking about. They present things in a very, very clean way.
And Tabletop Battles has a lot of really good content. And what I like about them is
content.
What's nice about that is they have different styles of content.
right.
Formerly Goonhammer.
Yes.
Yeah. Tabletop Battles is fantastic. Especially when, like, their analysis of when a new codex comes out.
Right.
Yep.
Walking you through, like, here are the pros and cons of each of the detachments and stuff. When the new Thousand Suns Codex came out, like, that was the first place I stopped, and I was like, well, let me see what they're saying about this,
right? And
then I'll take it my own direction.
Because they're definitely looking at it from, you know, competition focus, and so you just have that in mind. But
it helped me to not wander around blindly, bumping into things, and go, oh, okay, I see this thing they're talking about and how this thing plays. That sounds interesting to me. I'll try that detachment.
Exactly. That's one of the things I find very useful is like, okay,
it's a good.
Here's how this synergizes.
Yeah.
Because I'll be playing an army and somebody goes, well, how come you're not using this unit? Well, why would I do that? Well, because then that makes this one like 5 times better.
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
That's just how my brain works.
Yeah.
And so having somebody point out, you know, A plus B equals DEF.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a really great point.
Yeah.
I think that's a really great point. Don, the next thing was kind of about when I first got involved in 40K, I was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, I came from a role-playing background where when something wasn't, you know, like, we're not clear on what the rule is. Well, just roll that die and do this, you know, and I quickly realized, like, there's a different structure to this kind of game than a role-playing game. And then Steve was coming at me with, like, oh, well, these Primarchs. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm just putting out my Space Marine models, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had literally no understanding, like, of the lore, like the deeper lore or anything.
Right.
Like, I was fairly overwhelmed because it comes at you. You have the assembly, the painting, the playing, the books and lore, the video. Like, it's a lot.
Right.
For a new person to take in, and walking Shell through playing, like, we all take for granted.
Yeah.
The calculation in our head of, well, this thing is strength 12 and your toughness 9, so you need to roll 5. So, you know, like it's a lot for somebody new.
Right. Brand new. Right.
You more than anybody at this table have experience in bringing, like, new people into the hobby and not overwhelming them.
Right.
What kind of tips do you have specifically around this?
Kind of exactly what you're talking about is eliminate the noise. So, typically what you're going to do is kind of when you're talking to somebody about getting into this hobby is you say, well, you know, there's several aspects of the hobby. There's playing, painting, and assembling things. And then there's tons of things you can read. What is it about the hobby that interests you?
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of people who never played the game. They just painted.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of guys who came in who went right past everything to the library.
Oh,
and only bought Black Library books. Right. And so it's a matter of what floats your boat. Right. Mm-hmm. And trying to identify that early on. But so back to what I was saying before, you have a lot of people who will come in and they already know the lore up and down and up and down.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, so do you have an idea of a faction you're interested in? Oh, yeah. I really want to play the Leagues of Votan. I really think they're really cool. Okay, great. And you go over and you show them those models and it's like, yeah, you think this is cool? And they're like, oh, actually, they don't look the way I thought they looked, right? And so...
Fair enough.
And so, you know, what I constantly told people was, don't worry about what's a quote-unquote good army, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Walk along this wall and...
What speaks to you?
What speaks to you? Yeah, when you walk by, you go, oh, that's really cool. And I would just tell them, start down there, walk through the wall. I'm going to leave you alone, and I'll come back and talk to you and pick out like 2 or 3 that you think are really cool, and
then we can discuss.
We can go from there.
Yeah.
Right. And so like if somebody
look at that, that's a clever sales technique.
And then
no wonder you were #1 sales guy.
Oh, I see you picked out these 2. Well, this is a great starter army, and then for your next army.
But like somebody would say, "Oh, wow! So these are like space elves. Yeah, the Aldari. They're really cool. And so what are they about or whatever?
What's their deal?
What's their deal, right?" And I would say, okay,
I genuinely
shenanigans.
I genuinely wish I had run into somebody like you when I got started in this game.
Well, and they want you to be pushier than that.
I know,
but I wasn't.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Sometimes I was. It depended on what the level of interest in that person. Like I would say, do you want me to kind of go over what each of the factions is, or do you just want to take a look?
Yeah.
Because if you want to just take a look, I'll leave you alone. If you want, I'll trail behind you and give you the elevator pitch of each one. But if they go through, the Aldari, I say, okay, so have you ever played any type of tabletop game before? Well, no. Okay, I'm going to explain to you, this is a difficult army to run because it has a lot of finesse to it. They're beautiful. They're great models. If you like the painting, that's awesome for that. In terms of playing on the tabletop,
there's a steeper learning curve.
There's a steeper learning curve. If you're cool with that, awesome.
No, that sounds difficult. What about these Gene Stealer cults? They look cool.
They don't have any rules. It's super easy.
Yeah, I mean, and so sometimes you approach it that way. Say, okay, are you interested in something
kind of suss it out from the person?
Yeah, from the person. You have to. It's such an individual thing, right?
You've got aesthetics, lore, and play style, kind of like your three main pillars of
That's a good way of thinking of it.
And so a lot of times you just say, do you know anything about the game? No. Well, come on over to the demo table. We've got a couple armies already set up, and we'll just do something really quick. And you don't worry about the rules.
Yeah.
You don't worry about the goal. You're saying, okay, your goal is to see this creature right here with the wings, this winged Tyranid. Your goal is to kill that. The Tyranid player. Okay, well, your goal is to kill this captain right here.
Right.
You make a story about the captain, and then it's all about rolling dice. And you basically just it's 4s, 4s, and 4s.
Yeah, I know. Jeff and I ran into this too.
And you just
Lord of the Rings.
Just the flow.
It's just like
But then you, as the person doing the demo, you put your finger on the trigger on the scale like a DM, right?
Yeah.
But you have to assess. So do you play role-playing games? Do you play tabletop games?
Right.
And if they do,
what's their level of?
Then you don't do 4s, 4s, and 4s.
Right.
Because they start asking you questions that make it whether you realize
this was the problem Jeff and I ran into when we started talking about Middle Earth, and it's like, dude, we are deep 40K players,
right?
Like, what we want to know is, why is this game?
Do you know who I am?
But no, but that would be a very later. See, that would be a different discussion. If somebody came in and said, if somebody came in and said, "Hey, I play Middle Earth strategy battle game, or I play AOS,"
yeah, for sure,
right? And it's, okay, well, let's talk.
So
about
you're
how
aware
this
of what 40K is? Let's talk about
exactly. And so it's kind of a build to fit kind of thing.
Yeah, understood.
And for the people who are painters, then it's just a matter of
pick what you think looks cool.
What do you think looks cool?
Yeah.
Just pick a cool model.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion.
And if they're going to get into the game, then it goes back to what you were saying, the combat patrol.
But you raise a really interesting point, which is that I really appreciated, which is if they have experience with role-playing games, they have experience with more complex types of maybe even board games.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, well, we can start from a different level of this discussion.
Yes.
One thing that I always become like super aware of is, when people ask me at work or something, they're like, well, tell me about this game. And I'm like, how much do you really want to know about it? Like, really, like, are you just being polite, or like, are you genuinely interested?
It's 3D chess. Do you want to know more?
And even there, I temper it, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the horse here. No, like, it's like, well, the game is played with models that you assemble and paint, you put on the table, and then you measure with the tape measure, and you roll dice to see if you hit. You see how far they can move.
Models
move at different
I'm even
things.
more basic than that.
And that's the extent of what I tell them. But like when I had a party here and people were coming and like asking me, I'd be like, okay, and I'm drunk and I'm like, how much you really want to know?
Yeah.
Like, and I found that most people were genuinely like they wanted to understand. So I was able to give them that. But
because typically I would say, these are models you build in Paint, and you play the game on the tabletop and use dice to resolve the conflict.
Yeah.
And that's all I say. I don't talk about measuring. I don't talk about just and use dice to resolve the conflict.
The reason I had that off is because usually the next question, well, how do I see how far I move? Well, you literally use a tape measure, right?
Right.
Like,
but see, that indicates their level of interest.
Good point.
Right.
Good point.
And so you let them guide the discussion.
3D chess. Do you want to know more?
Right. And so you let them kind of guide that discussion, right?
Yeah.
And so, well, how do you know? How do you know if you actually hit them? So, okay, well, they actually have stats for each weapon, and you can kind of add it on as you go.
This is where it gets more involved,
right? Yeah.
Right? Like,
so combat patrol, and it's interesting because in the notes you have combat patrol and kill team. I actually discourage people
from kill team
if they want to play 40K.
Kill team has changed. It is its own game now.
Yes.
It is not an onboarding.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But it is not an onboarding. And if their interest is building and painting models and playing a quick skirmish game,
then that's a good
place to go.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, you've got 2 kids, and do you play board games? Yeah. Well, what kind of board games?
Well, but I don't have a lot of time to play them. Yeah.
So what kind of board games do you play? Do you play like Ticket to Ride, or do you play like Twilight Imperium? I mean, what do you?
Yeah.
What's your time?
Those are too extreme,
right?
Do you play Candyland or Twilight Imperium?
Right.
Just snakes and ladders, but one's in space.
Yeah.
But so if they say, I typically only have a couple hours, maybe an hour to play.
Okay.
Kill team. You're looking for kill team.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if like, I'm not really interested in painting that much, but I really want to, kind of get into the idea of it. And kill team might be the way to go.
Yeah.
But I don't. Paint a large variety of our own.
I think too.
Right. Like, and you can paint a lot of variety of environments.
Yeah, you can paint a lot of kill team.
And as I mentioned earlier with Combat Patrol, like one thing it allows you to do is buy an army. Oh, I really like the look of this army.
Yeah, right.
And you buy it and you go, I really don't like how this army plays.
Exactly.
Great test drive, yeah.
Right.
I bought a Tau army at one point, and then I was like, no, I really don't like this is not my play style. And it took me years to realize like chaos is really my play style.
Right.
And then finally just be like, I've played a lot of Space Marines. I don't need to play Space Marines anymore.
And that's why Combat Patrol
it's so
is
good.
so much better in terms of people getting into 40K.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah. No. And when I went to Nova and I got a early view of the new kill team, they were very like as they were showing us the slideshow and here's what's happening and here's what we're doing and it's seasonal and they were like, let's be real clear, like this is not an onboarding thing to 40K.
Nope.
Right.
We have moved it to its own game.
Yep.
And like Necromunda.
Yep.
And now that is what it is going to be. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now you will be able to use those models in 40K.
And that's what I would use as the lever.
Yep.
Right. And so I would tell people, hey, if you're interested in something that's small and quick with a different rule set.
Yeah, completely different.
Then the cool thing about Kill Team is you can get a lot of different factions, a lot of different cool models. If you decide you want to try the bigger game with the more complicated rules, you can use those models. You haven't wasted your money.
Right.
Right. Yep. And so that ends up being, for some people, really important, right? Because they don't want to flush money down a toilet, right? They don't want to say, right. It's like you won't be able to use your Kill Team books, but you can use your Kill Team dice.
Right.
You can use your Kill Team measuring sticks or your Kill Team models, but and so you still have that, and you can actually use the Kill Team boards.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And the Kill Team terrain.
Yep.
So you get a couple sets of those, and you can start. And you can actually do.
But it's not an onboarding.
But it is not onboarding to 40K.
Combat Patrol directly rolls up into 40K, which is a great ramp for onboarding there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you go from the Combat Patrols where there's no points.
Right.
It's just Combat Patrol versus Combat Patrol.
Yep.
And then if they like that and they want to keep going, say, okay.
Now, if you want to go
let's do some points. Let's go to 750 points or 1,000 points. 1,000 points probably better.
Incursion.
And okay, now that you've played this a little bit and you've played against some other types of armies, what kinds of things do you think you want to add?
Yeah. well, I really liked how this unit did. I want another unit like that.
Right.
Okay.
Or
there's whole new units.
You get the little friend
Or what I
Cold
would
War
tell
going, like, oh, his thing did this to me. I want to stop that. It's like, oh, these guys.
Yeah.
Right. Right, exactly.
These guys.
Or it's like, okay, looking at this faction that you've chosen that you like.
Yeah.
What model do you think is super cool?
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that thing that looks like a dragon.
Oh, that guy's
Awesome.
a piece of junk.
What looks like a dragon?
The Hell Dragon?
Age of Sigma.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You both like, yeah. But
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
yeah, my point is that what motivates them? Is it they want a unit that's going to be able to beat that thing that their friend is killing them with?
Right.
Or they want to add something that's like a centerpiece to their army? Or do they want to just paint something super cool because that's their focus?
Yeah.
Like they might start off with, oh, I really want to play this game.
Yeah.
And then a couple months in, it's, you know what? I really enjoy the painting part of this.
Yeah.
The playing's okay, but I'm really enjoying the painting.
I've had a couple conversations with people lately that are like, one guy, this is a Reddit thread. One guy was like, I just really don't like the game, but I love painting it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And I will tell you, the majority of people are like, that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing
just
wrong
paint-
with that.
Just paint what you want, dude.
Paint your models.
Like, enjoy it.
Yep.
You know?
They're incredible models.
It's art, right? It's just art. And
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to follow any rules. It doesn't have to follow the lore. It doesn't have to follow your
Do whatever
army.
you want.
Do whatever you want.
I'm sorry you don't like the game,
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, there's other ways to play it.
Right.
You might want to know.
Right.
Have you checked out Kill Team?
Conquest. Yeah, but there's anyway, so it really is an individual process.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an individual
I like
journey.
the way you steered into that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
And again, going back to the company making it easy to get into the game,
Mm-hmm.
You've got your starter set with the 2 combat patrols and the rules, and on the AOS side, it has all the spearhead stuff in it too, and it's got a board that you can play it on. They would have sets of paints, 13 paints, a brush, and a mold line remover in a set.
Right.
And the set is basically the color scheme of what's on the box art with
Yeah.
instructions on how to paint it to the box art.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you get the starter box, you get the paint set, you're good to go.
That has like base shade highlight.
Yep.
Yeah.
In those.
Yep.
that
This
paint
is
set,
like the system that
And texture paint.
the system that
For
GW
basing.
has come up with for
Yeah.
Yep.
getting stuff painted is solid.
Yep.
It's a solid like onboarding, and then much like
And
the-
now that it's
but-
Warhammer paint instead of Citadel
Right.
paint, it's even easier.
that's right. Now eliminates all the
It's just,
confusion.
yeah,
But
That was a great video.
it was.
the reality is that it did cause probably.
I'm sure it
I'll bet
did,
you
yeah,
caused
yeah.
a number of questions. But much like, hey, I've done combat patrol. Now I want to do even more. It's like, well, okay, now you've done like the basics of painting. If
Right.
you want to learn more, well, here's videos, classes,
Right.
other paints,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it all grows, right?
Right.
I think one of the most concerning things, like one of the things I try to steer people away from initially is this is a long process that
Yep.
you are getting into. It is not, you are not going to, those are the paints they supposedly use to paint those on the cover of that thing. Yours will not look like that
Right.
initially.
You got to
Do
start
not-
somewhere.
Do not worry about that.
It's also it's interesting, and I've seen a lot more of this recently. But the hobby itself is a hobby of delayed gratification, and we live in a very instant gratification
Yes.
world right
100,
now.
that's why contrast paints and speed paint are out there.
Right, but still, like even so, like you're still like you're buying the thing. You're slowly acquiring models to build your army, but then you're building them, and then you're priming them, and then you're painting them, and
Yep.
then you're playing with them.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. I mean,
Some
obviously,
people get
a lot of
built
people
and
do
play
like,
with-
and
and I
that's
don't blame
totally,
them.
wrong with
that's
playing
totally
with unpainted
understandable of
models
jumping
to start.
to start.
Yeah. But like even so, you still have to.
If that's what your friends are doing,
Yeah.
knock yourself.
You have to buy and build the models before you play anyway. So there's
That's
still
right.
like many steps instead of just I push the button, I got the thing now. It's
Right.
like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's very true.
it's part of the hobby, but there's a lot of joy in those steps and those incremental like
That's what
steps
you
of
have to
progress.
explain.
And,
Right.
Yeah.
And
Gaining that skill.
The amount of joy in each step varies for each hobbyist.
100%.
and you're gaining skill in how you want to do kit bashing and conversions while you're doing that.
Right.
You're becoming a better and better painter every
Right.
time you do something.
Oh, allegedly.
You are building upon the experience of the past foundation
That's
every
true.
time you do
Yep.
it. But
Yep.
yeah.
Better or not, whatever. You're still building upon that experience.
All right.
It's like that class I just went to.
Let's do this. Let's take a short break. We're going to come back, and we have some more points we want to make in other areas regarding this. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We got a few more points we want to make before we move into closing out the show. But so next up,
I'm having PTSD.
I want to talk about what?
What? Because you basically described my daily work for 3.5 years.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Listen, you did it to yourself, sir.
It was so much fun. It's probably the most fun job I've ever had.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really
like
you were good at it.
Community building and event organizing. Like
it was just a blast.
Yeah. That is really cool. I want to talk a little bit about mentoring younger players.
Yeah.
Because you, and this is how it segues in, you were just talking about Josh. Yeah, I guess I was pointing at Josh.
Good radio.
Yeah. Well, I've only been doing it a few years. Josh, you were just talking about, how, when you're bringing people in, you want to, I completely forgot my segue now. You guys threw me.
The delayed gratification piece.
Yes. Thank you. Uh-huh. The delayed gratification piece.
Our listeners just had delayed gratification.
Thank God.
Get to the point.
Thank God that Don saved me there. So in regards to the delayed gratification, like most kids these days, that's where we sit.
Instant gratification.
Quite frankly,
Yep.
it's an
Dopamine hits every corner, every button.
Especially
Pokemon Go.
Especially once you give them Pokemon Go. Like this is 8 years ago.
People are still playing it.
I know. You don't have to defend the position, I know, but nobody's playing. Okay, so my point being, everybody has electronic devices. Yeah. They're doing this. This is a game, as you just mentioned, that is like slowly gratifying.
It's physical in person.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
Totally different beast.
And so you're fighting a battle to a degree to, it develops different sets of skills. One of the things I appreciated about when we were younger, all of us at this table in different categories too,
different decades.
Was we had, but when you were a kid, like you had time that you were bored.
Yeah.
Like it was like, what are you gonna, my parents, I'm bored. If you're bored, I'll give you something to do. Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna go outside.
I'm gonna go outside.
I'm gonna go ride my bike.
Yeah, go outside and go do something. Like that was what our parents was like. Go outside and play.
Yeah.
Right. That does not exist like it does anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, as a Gen X parent, like I feel like I've failed in some degrees. Like I wanted my kid to have a better childhood than I had, and I think I deprived them of some of those things by
going outside and playing,
not letting them just be bored. And some of this hobby is more time consuming, more thought provoking, more taking your time and being meticulous about things.
Yep.
It's a skill. It's a skill that you have to develop.
And the social skills you need just to play a game.
And social skills you need to play.
Person-to-person interaction.
So these are all things that I would pull parents aside when they bring their kids in and talk to them about the benefits of getting a kid into this hobby. All those things.
That's a really
attention to detail, commitment to problem solving and to project management and interacting with other people in a productive way, learning how to win, learning how to lose.
That last point is a really good one.
Yep. And
win and lose with grace.
Yeah. So all these different things, there's math involved, there's strategy involved, there's thinking ahead involved. Mm-hmm. And some of these things translate over from the digital world and some of them don't.
Right.
And so it's,
but they do translate into skill sets.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Physical skill sets.
For crying out loud, I use project management software to manage what I'm painting and assembling. Right. Like
the Kanban boards.
You come up with plans for, okay, I've got to be ready by Adepticon. So here's the things I got to build out.
Break it down. Make a plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
More organized in my hobby than I am in any other aspect of my life.
That's the stuff.
100%.
That's the stuff I do at work all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a project manager anymore, but literally we're at the point where it's like everybody's a project manager.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, you raise an excellent point, and pulling the parent aside, that's something I hadn't considered. But I guess like when our kid Mason got involved in 40K, I think he's since moved on to like football and other stuff.
Yeah.
And, whatever.
He'll come back to it.
But when,
He'll come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But when he was initially getting into it, I had conversations with his parents about it. I didn't even think about it at the time. But I was like, this is what it is, and this is how involved it is, and this is what it's going to take. And it's a little bit expensive to get into it, but here's what it's all about. Well, and they were excited for him to get into it.
And what I would bring about, because they would say, man, that box is $160 or $170 or whatever. So, okay, true.
Video game will run you $70.
Yeah, I said, think about how much time is involved in doing this and the time per dollar. I said, and because our shop was right next door to a movie theater.
And by the way, the longer you play with that thing, the less that dollar comes in time.
Because our place was right next door to a movie theater.
Yeah.
And it said, so you guys are going to the movies, right? Yeah. How much was that?
Yeah.
And how long are you going to be in the movie?
Oh, that's a dude.
Right?
No wonder he was good at it. That's a really good sales
$7
pitch.
an hour you're paying.
Yeah.
For something you're never going to have. You're going to walk away with nothing other than the memory of a good or bad movie.
Yeah. You better hope it was good.
Right. And so with this, the building, the painting, the playing, the thinking, the planning, all the stuff involved for the money, you're going to be, and also it's cheaper than golf.
If you're going to do something golf with your kid, your kid may need some help.
I don't think kids want to golf anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying
if your kid needs help, he's going to need your help. Now you're doing
something together.
Now you get to be a hero.
That's right. Warhammer hero.
Yeah. I mean, some of us.
Yeah.
Well, and that was table. And that was the other thing is like, because I would tell them, because when my kids were little, on Sunday mornings we would sit together and all of us would paint at the same time.
Yep.
Right. Just to hang out and paint, and they would talk about things that they wouldn't talk about otherwise because they're relaxed and we're just sitting around painting and they're joking and you're learning about stuff. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And so it's a great opportunity for that kind of thing as well. And there was a lot of parents who were kind of going, oh.
Well, you're speaking some sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the parents that asked their kid how their day of school was, and they're like, it was fine.
Yeah.
What'd you do? I learned stuff. I don't know. But you ask them how their game went, and then they just like completely come to life and tell you totally different kid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and for young kids, then, so that's talking to the parents. Right. Talking to the kids, it's totally based on rule of cool.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on the age of the kid.
So would you let the kid like wander off looking at stuff while you talk to the parent?
Yes.
Yeah. And then go back to the kid, right?
Yep. Because a lot of times the kid would be playing with the demo models on the table.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Tyranids and the Space Marines. Yeah. And I'd go to the kid and say, oh, so which one of these do you like better?
What are we talking age-wise here, like typically?
7, 8, 10, 11.
Okay.
10 and 11, 9, somewhere in there. So which one do you like the
monsters or do you
the
like
monsters? Or you like the Space Marines, the heroes of the Imperium, And I kind of like these guys, Okay, cool.
Yeah, you and everybody else likes those Space Marines. That's why they're our top sellers, son.
Yeah. And then, okay, well, you know what? Let's roll some dice.
Yeah.
Right? And you just get them immediately into it.
Let me show you how to play. Yeah.
And you kind of get them hooked into it. Sometimes they come and they go, oh, yeah, these are really cool. I read about the orcs. I think those guys are going to be really cool. So, well, if you like orcs, you might want to try, when we do this demo, play the Tyranids. They're very they're very melee focused. Yeah, because they don't shoot very well, but they fight really well. Oh, so you know something about this? Cool. All right. And so again, you're leveling the intro based on that.
Yeah.
But the idea is they have the intro done in 7 minutes.
Right.
Fast. Because you just want to get them into the idea of how it moves, fights, shoots, that kind of thing.
At GW stores, they also typically had like a model you could build.
Yep.
Right.
Model build and paint.
Take a
and
paint.
I think that.
And they've changed the paint.
How so?
Now it's Warhammer paint.
When I first started, you'd get a blue primed Space Marine.
Right.
Or a gold primed Stormcast.
Right.
And you'd get this blue primed Space Marine and you would paint the
eyes,
the gun, and you paint the eyes, and you put some shade on it, and then you're done.
Right.
They don't do that anymore. Now you get a model that's typically it's black. Sometimes it's gray, and they just show you dry brushing. That's it.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, not even a speed paint, a contrast paint.
Nope.
Interesting, huh?
Just dry brushing.
Oh, that's kind of
And
why?
there was a lot of discussion about this amongst staff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because the idea is get them through, because you sell more stuff if you get them to the table.
Right. Okay.
That wasn't true in our store.
Right.
We were in a part of LA where there was a lot of art students.
Sure.
And so we sold way more stuff from the paint table than we did from the game table.
Interesting.
So
Okay. So that's like this is what you're describing there is like a business. Like
Right.
this is how GW handled it.
right. So
We
just
don't care
saying,
about that.
I'm just saying that if you're going to do something with a young kid
Yeah.
and you're doing it, I would suggest the first way.
Yeah.
Have something that's primed and they can do some detailed stuff, throw
And
some
then throw a
shade
wash
on it.
on it.
Or just pre slap chop it.
Yeah, and that right.
using contrast.
Use a
paint.
contrast paint.
Paint a couple details.
Right. And then they're like,
Tabletop ready.
oh my God, you've got to see. And we'd say, that's a playable model. That's battle ready.
Right.
Oh, really? Yeah. Do you see how quickly that was?
Yeah, I think that's the point I wanted to make there was like, it gives them a sense of this is how long this will take you.
Yep.
I want you to understand that. And now you got 60 more of those.
And you said you want to play orcs?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you like orcs. You better really
You
like
feel
orcs.
about green.
Again,
And-
can I point you to the Gene Stealer cult?
And then you'd show them the models. And then, as you go forward, see all these little details in here? You can do stuff on these or not.
right.
It really depends. We talk about 4 foot fabulous.
Right.
Right? How's it look from 4 feet? Fabulous. You're done.
Yeah.
Or you want people to be able to pick it up and look at it, then you're going to have to do some more work.
Yeah, that's gonna be a journey.
For some people, they just want to play with painted models.
Absolutely.
Other people, they want to be able to say, I did this.
Yeah.
Look how cool this is.
Yeah.
And that's a different
Listen,
path.
your expectations change. I mean, I've shown pictures and I've shown you guys my original Space Marines and they're terrible.
Yeah.
But when I painted them, like,
I wasn't just jumping. Yeah, they were terrible, but
yeah, no, fair enough.
But that like journey, we've all grown.
Yeah, when
so
I
much.
initially had them painted, like I was one of the few players that had painted models, and it was like, well, these look a lot better than those, you know, and it wasn't until I did my Tyranids that I was like, I'm really gonna like look at,
Right.
oh, here's how, I paint this, then I paint this, and I paint this on top of it, and this on the edges, and that gives you. And I remember Dave was playing Tyranids at the time, and he was like, again, I think I've said this before. There's a video we had at one point where he just came over and he dumped all his stuff out of a box on the table, and you see Jason's eyes just go like, oh my God. Like just no care.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to paint up a Tyranid army and show Dave like what it could look like.
My friend Greg had the green tide in a Ziploc bag.
So I painted up those Tyranids, and like that was how I met like Andrew and Zach and all those guys, because I had that whole army painted up for the thing. But I remember Dave looking at the army and going, oh man, this looks really good. And he goes, okay, I want to do something like this. I go, okay. And he goes, so how do you do the claws or the teeth like that? And I go, well, you start with this bestial brown, then you do this, and then you do that, and then you touch it up with white. And he's all, well, what if I just did this and this? I go, then it would look like you just did that
and that. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, there's a process to it.
Right.
And that was the first army I painted.
Takes time.
I was like, yeah, okay. I'm taking it to another level.
Yeah.
Well, when Scott came over to play the game, he was looking at the stuff on the shelves. And stuff. In the middle of one of my shelves is the very first character model I painted.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a reminder.
Yeah.
You grow.
And
But I was very proud of my Space Marine army when I did it, because I had put paint on it.
Right.
And my God, I went for a quartered paint scheme.
Yeah. Bold move.
Bold move right out of the.
Well,
it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
let's see how that works out for him.
when contrast paint first came out, I did that spoof video. Of,
Yeah.
But that the original Eversor Assassin, the metal Eversor Assassin, was one of my second edition Eversor Assassins that I like.
Which pose?
It was the sword and head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or no, pistol and head. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So like just that movie was, or the video I put out was a callback of that kind of original model, and then the steps of the just progress.
Explain the video real quick.
Okay, so this was right when contrast paint was first announced, and it was So I basically was like, it was tired of your old second edition model or your old painted models, threw it in a cup.
Yeah.
It was a red Solo cup.
Yeah.
Dumped a thing of contrast paint in there. Had a Citadel stick, which I had customized.
You know what's funny is he dumps the thing of contrast, and I'm like, he just wasted that whole bottle of contrast. Yeah. Like that was what I thought when I saw it.
The model wasn't actually in there, so I put it back in the. I still have that bottle of contrast paint untouched. I mean, I've never used it. So anyways, yeah. Use the Citadel stick, stir it up, and then voila, you've got the new. I went from the second edition metal and then pulled out the brand new
plastic one.
Not brand new now, but the current plastic Eversword, which was much.
He's like, look what contrast.
Much
paint
more.
It was a really funny video.
It was funny. It was a well done video.
Is it still? Do you still have it somewhere? Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yeah,
you should.
And then I had the tagline of "Magic in a Bottle."
That's right. Send me the link. So we'll include
put it in the
that.
show notes.
Yeah.
So going back to the kid thing, one of the other things with kids, because there's a lot of kids who play like online RPG style video games, or some of them are actually playing RPGs with their friends, and so you talk to them about, hey, so you can actually use your models in your games to build a story if you want to do a story. And we talk about Crusade or whatever on the store level, but or you can just do battles and use the missions for competitive things. It just depends on what your focus is. Yeah. And different things are going to hook different kids.
Make your own cool
Sure.
story. Don't bolt on a bunch of Crusade rules.
Yeah. So Don's really struggling with his store persona versus.
No, I'm just. Yeah, we're totally fine with all of the Necromunda rules per model, but we're not okay with the Crusade rules per unit, which is the same number of units for models.
It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, okay.
Totally different.
Okay.
Totally. What's he even talking about?
Okay.
Anyway.
You're right. I don't need 7 books to play Crusade.
That's right. You need your book, the rule book, the Crusade book, the cards.
You don't need those. But
listen, I'm not arguing with you. You do need 7 books to play Necromunda. It lies to you and says it's cheap. You only need
maybe 3 now.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, where did you get that gear? Well, it's from the black market. It's in this obscure thing that's out of print now, but it's still legal. Oh. Okay, you mean the thing that just blew up 3 of my models?
You just play with other people.
Remember, Don hates Necromunda.
Don has never played Necromunda with our group. I think that's the real problem.
He has.
When?
He played with the campaign we had going, and he tried his...
Oh, the Venator army?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That wasn't our group.
It was.
Such a disaster.
Doug was playing in it and everything.
That was a disaster.
Yeah, it solidified Don's hatred. Anyway, so what we're saying is don't get kids started on Necromunda.
No.
or Crusade. Listen, I think those are some really good points, though.
But there's a wrap up on that, and the wrap up is if you do it right, those kids become your leaders in the new community that they're building.
Yeah, that's true.
They end up being the most passionate, the most accomplished, the most the leaders. I don't want to say the alphas, but they're the ones who end up being the what's the word?
They're leading by example.
The heralds of the hobby.
Which I've Lost to the Nails, Brian and Sky's podcast with actually and Eric. They were just talking about the American community specifically, needs a leader of a group because we don't have clubs where it's not just like
correct.
So you need somebody who's cheerleading this game, and otherwise the game is just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Store owners will tell you that. They'll tell you that the life or death of any particular game in their shop is going to be whether or not there's a leader to get it going.
Yeah, yeah,
that's absolutely true.
But I think to that degree, you also want to project the type of attitude and type of sportsmanship and all those things that you want to see reflected out of the person.
Well, I mean, let's talk about some tips for veteran mentors of younger players.
Before we do that, let me preface this. I may have shared this story as well, but when we were my kid was getting into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
One of their young friends, this is back when they were much younger, who was on the autism scale, played a rogue, and he's stealing from all the other players and wanting to stab him in the back and all this stuff. And finally I pulled him aside and I said, hey, this game's about working together to solve problems that get put in front of you. You're working against the people that you're supposed to be helping. And he thought about it for a minute. He said, okay. And then the next time he came, he said, can I play a different character? I made a new character. And I said, sure. And totally changed.
Yeah, I made a cleric.
And I remember his mom saying how good that game was for him.
Yep.
How, and then he was running D&D games in high school and stuff. So, again, I exemplified and explained to him, hey, here's the objective.
Communal storytelling experience.
We're working together so that everybody has fun here.
Yeah.
And I think even in a game where you are competitive, like 40K, you are playing against, so there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser.
Right.
Unless it ties. There's going to be a winner. There's going to be a loser. Teaching how to, as you said earlier, Josh, lose and win
with grace,
and be a good sportsman and understand that sometimes you're going to win and sometimes you're going to lose. And that's just the nature of the game.
Yep.
Get used to that.
Yeah. And I found this a lot when there was siblings getting into the game.
Oh yeah. I'll bet that's even higher level of competition.
Yeah. And so it was,
especially if the younger one wins.
Sometimes the dice betray you.
Yeah. And so that was always, again, conversation with the parents about, you need to keep your eye on this because this can get harsh.
It's competitive.
And it's super important to teach the kids to win and lose with grace. And that was the phrase, win and lose with grace.
We are both here to have fun.
Yep.
Even the loser is going to have a good time.
Even if you're trying to win, you better hope your
the goal is to win the game.
Themselves.
The object is to have fun.
So, okay, now that I've gotten off my bully pulpit, Adon, I mean, what are some good tips for veterans as mentors?
You have to be patient.
Whether it's younger or adults that you're mentoring.
But especially with kids. But in general, be patient with the rules. Don't dump a codex full of rules on somebody in one explanation.
Yeah.
Don't say, well, actually, the rules as written doesn't allow you to do that.
Right.
Go through it, play the game, maybe talk about it afterwards. Yeah. That kind of thing.
You can incrementally add complexity too.
Right. And again, that's what we would talk to people about. Say, hey, your first few games, don't use stratagems or only use the generic strategy.
3 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Don't use the ones from your book. Don't use enhancements.
Combat Patrol also gives you core stratagems, but you only have 3 stratagems per Combat Patrol instead of 6.
Right. So it's that idea, right? And add this stuff as you go, so because it can be a very, very complex game.
It's too much at one time,
and so you pare it down. Yep. But the other thing is, again, depending on how much you want to get into it, you can give people like cheat sheets.
Yep.
And this was one of the things that I think was 10th edition did really well in the launch box. They had a cheat sheet with the phases on it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it was great to have at the side of the table so you could go through each phase.
Yeah. Every game I play
has some type of player aid.
Board game.
Board games do a great job with that.
They're called player aids. Yeah.
Even I'm playing, as I've talked about, Arkham Horror, the card game.
Really?
There is
Is this a game that's been out for a while?
You know what, Don? I'm trying to be nice to you.
Making it so hard.
If we want to go back to the before times, we can do that. But even now, and we're very experienced with this game, I have this card that on one side shows here's the phases of the game, and then on the other side it's here's all the actions you can take.
Right. And then on the bottom it says don't argue with Shell.
Oh right. No, it says don't look up the rules. And it says, and Adon better watch it. I mean, okay, but I find that incredibly helpful. Even a card that showed you the phases of 40K would be incredibly helpful.
And they had that player aid. I believe it was in 10th.
Yeah.
And it's super helpful. I'm sure they'll have it in the new boxes as well. The other thing in terms of all the aspects of the hobby, not just the game part of it.
Yeah.
You can also, if you have a little set of stuff that you can either loan out to people or, like I said, you have that cheap, relatively inexpensive, I think it's $45 set from GW that has 13 paints, 1 brush, and a mold line remover. Mm-hmm. That's a great little hobby starter kit.
Yeah.
Right? Or even if it's just a thing of glue, a couple paints and a brush that you can let somebody borrow.
Yep.
Right. Some cheap clippers. That box also has clippers in it. That's one thing I forgot.
Right.
And those are inexpensive clippers. They now sell separately.
Of course,
the inexpensive separate. Well, they used to only sell the really nice clippers separately.
I know. Now they sell the inexpensive ones at the cost of that whole box set.
No, they don't. So, but that's great, right? Because you can say you can just use this. Start off with that. We can talk about how you're doing. Everybody's got extra models,
Right.
Yep.
you know. It's like, hey, here's this Dark Eldar army I decided it was not for me. I've got a couple extra models.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Especially in our group, like we have,
Yeah.
like, I practically gave my Custodes army to Steve. I was just like, I got excited about it after the show of force, and I was gonna do it, and then I was just like, I'm not doing this. And Steve was doing it. I said, Steve, just take this stuff.
That reminds me, I need to sell mine. Sell the older models, but I have a 2,000 point army I need to sell.
Custode?
Yeah.
Talk to Steve.
Fully painted.
Huh. Really?
Yep.
Oh, definitely talk to Steve.
Oh, really?
Maybe we could trade.
For what?
I've got that Chaos Age of Sigmar army.
Oh, let's talk. Okay.
I don't know that I need custodians. Okay, but yeah, I think again, it's important to what I can speak from is I haven't taught a lot of people to play this game, but I have taught Shell to play it, and I recognized watching her play, like what her threshold level was for the number of rules. And there would be a point where I would say, okay, my toughness is 9.
Right.
And she'd be like, okay, I'm shooting these las cannons. They are strength 12. I go, okay, what do you need to hit?
Exactly.
Or what do you need to wound?
Exactly.
And she would go, and I go, do you want me to tell you? Or do you want to think about it? And she goes, hold on, I'll get it. And then she's like, 5. And I'm
3s.
like, right. You know, or whatever the case may be. In that case, it would be 3s. Which is probably why I'm losing. I teach her to play wrong all the time. But I got mixed up my own description. But yeah, okay, wounds on 3s. Okay, great. You know, and then I kept trying to repeat, like, if it's equal, it's always 4s. If the strength is higher than the toughness, it's 3s. If it, and she'd be like, I just don't get it. I'm like, okay, let me draw it out for you. And she's like, it was better when you explained it. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I used to use a physical representation. With my hands, like, okay, it's even.
Yeah.
Those are 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, you're better. It's 3s.
Yeah.
Oh, you're worse. It's 5s.
Right.
And so I would use the visual.
Oh, you're better.
Real double. 2s.
Yeah,
Real
I wouldn't even go there to start with.
Yeah. That's the same, because those are kind of the outliers.
Right. And so it just depends how people learn.
Yeah.
Some people are those visual learners.
And, it's not only how people learn, but it's also how people teach. And this is what I was getting at, was I kept trying to explain it to Shell one way, the same way every time. And I'm like, this is not getting through. Okay, let me write it out for you, what it looked like on this table before. Right. And then I kind of drew it out, and she's like, I don't really get that. I'm like, okay, how else can I describe this? Like, I was trying different approaches because repeating myself wasn't helping either of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Interestingly enough, we never really had any arguments about 40K.
Interesting.
Just about Arkham Horror.
Yeah, I think that, again, going back to the mentorship thing, some people believe in players learn best by the hot stove.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with dogpiling the rabbit and clubbing the baby harp seal, whatever analogy you want to use.
Whatever other thing you want to say. Yeah.
Don't go for the jugular every time.
No.
Or, depending again on the level of the person you're playing, say, okay, I'm going to move them over here. Okay, so tell me why you're moving them there.
Right.
What is it you're trying to do?
Yeah.
And if you do that, you understand you're outside of the cover and you see what I have sitting here. Is that what you want to do? Yeah. Because I'm guaranteeing you, if you move them there, I'm going to shoot them.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, what else could I do with them? Okay, what else could you do with them?
Yeah, and this is where I'd wind.
That's a good question.
In tournaments, I'd talk myself into ties or losses because I'd help the person. And I'm like, tournament's not a place for that.
Right.
But when you're teaching somebody, that's a place for it.
Or if you're playing with a friend.
These games are not about winning or losing.
Right.
It's about
Or if you're playing with a friend, right? If you're playing with a friend and they go to do something, you're like, you see, I've got this predator over here, right? Oh no, I totally forgot about that. Okay, cool.
Or like Dan and Campbell talked about in the 40K Badcast, playing with intent, right?
Right.
Yep.
I'm going to move these guys here. Why are you moving there? Well, I want to get them behind this building. Okay. I can see them from here, but if you're trying to get them behind that, you might want to move them just a little bit further.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Now that I know what you're trying to
that's what I typically,
accomplish.
that's my goal always is playing by intent.
Let me help you meet your goal, your objective.
Right.
Exactly right.
Exactly. And that way there's no like gotchas.
Right. Exactly right. That's what you want to try to avoid at all times.
Yeah. And I was playing in a recent event, the Maelstrom Mixer, where somebody had moved models and they thought they were safe. And then I moved and I was like, he's like, well, I didn't know you could see them. And I'm like,
gotcha.
I'm not, I'm
not here to help you.
I'm not here to help you. I'm trying to win for chaos.
Yeah. But
pull your laser pointer.
But that's also a good, it's also a good gauge of how they're doing. Like if you do something and then they get you on something you didn't see, you're like, okay, it's time to dial it up a little bit. They're paying attention now.
They're getting it.
You took an hour and a half to put down a model.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting any longer.
That story. Yeah. The other thing is, if you have an existing game group, my thing is invite somebody who's new and a kid even to that game group and explain to the group, hey, I'm bringing such and such. They're really brand new.
Who's willing to,
who is somebody willing to do a learning game? If not, we can just have them watch, but
commence the initiation process.
But be cool,
that
kind of thing.
Yeah. I think we've done a pretty good job of that here for the most part.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. There's been times where I felt like, oh, I feel bad that, like, I think Brett played a learning game at one point. It was the first time he was here, and I felt like, man.
He played with Locke.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Locke is also incredibly intelligent.
That kid is smart.
Like, super smart.
Smart.
But I really appreciated Brett being... like, and he's good at that kind of game, but I also appreciate it. I was like, I will not make you do a teaching game the next time you come.
See, I'm willing to do it anytime.
Yeah, I know you are.
And so, but not everybody is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't force somebody in your group to do that.
Build your community, like teach somebody how to play.
Yeah. 100%.
And give them the type of experience they're going to want to come back and play more.
That's the key right there.
Exactly
because you want to create an environment that's warm and welcoming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And one that's not, because think about it from their perspective. They're probably already intimidated coming to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of their age.
A bunch of people they don't know.
Yep.
Now they're getting involved in a game that they're not really strong at. Some of that too is I set them up for success by one, I'm going to set you up with somebody who's going to walk you through this. And two, don't worry about it. Everybody here is excited that you're coming. Right. Like,
one of the things I've done is somebody shows up and let's say that they don't play or they don't play very well, but they're not a bad painter. Right. And they come out and say, guys, check out that squad.
Right.
They did and
look at this.
Oh man, that looks really good. And so now they're getting pumped up by something that's not the game, not playing the game.
But it's part of the game.
It's part of the hobby, right? It's part of the hobby.
Yeah.
And so they get jazzed like, oh, people really like the work I did.
I liked it when I painted my Death Guard and like people were like, oh man, and I'm like, yeah, well,
Forge World.
It's all Forge World. But also I spent a lot of time working on them and I thought they came out really well. And when people would take notice, it gives you that like, looking at your Eldar, I'm like, holy smokes.
I did that.
Those look great. Yeah. I mean, rocking up with my Black Legion or Shell's Night Lords, right?
Yeah.
Man.
When people go, oh, these Night Lords look good. I'm like, yeah, they kind of look better than my army. I'm like, that's why that's going to be the model I enter into the Golden Demon.
Become more presence.
I love it when I go in and they go, oh my God, this armor looks great. So, yep, I didn't paint it.
I do that as well. Oh man, your Thousand Suns look great. I did not paint these. I wish I could claim credit.
Yeah.
I designed it, but I didn't paint it.
But yeah, I mean, that kind of your point there, like celebrate their early wins too, as they're going through their progress. Like when they get their first win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or even
the first time I came in third place, I got on a podium in my racing simulator.
Yeah.
I almost woke Shell up. Like I went back to him. I'm like, you're not going to believe it. Like,
yeah. I mean, even if it's something that happens in the game, like they blow up your
Land
Raiders.
Yeah.
You realize how that is the toughest model I have. You just killed it. You know? Yeah. I think it's good to be supportive like that. Yeah, absolutely. And cultivate the kind of play that your group does. If you're trying to do a more narrative type thing, if you're trying to do a competitive thing, you want to steer the person kind of the direction that they're going to have the most enjoyment. And
you're going to be steering them to different content creators based on the style of play.
100%. Right.
100%. Right. So there are some really good competitive play content creators out there. You may have somebody in your group who's a really good, like in my brain, I don't know if it's true or not, but from the Discord, Hank seems to me like the kind of person who'd be willing to help somebody be a better competitive player in person.
Yeah.
Right? In a game group kind of thing. Yep. And so, find that person who's willing to do that mentorship to make them a better competitive player.
And if they're because
they exist, they're out there.
And if they're looking to just get, and they can evolve too. Like they can change from a competitive to a narrative or vice versa and decide what fits them.
Yes.
100%.
But you could always recommend them coming to the independent characters. We are a very welcoming community.
Yes, we want you to be part of our game group.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. On that note, I think we've touched all the points. Let's take a break. We will come right back. All right, well, thank you for joining us for episode 279 of the Independent Characters. It's good to see you, Josh.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Don, we got to play a game.
100%.
Like, we have not played a game forever.
Yeah.
You're not going up to Skies the 19th? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
I didn't think so. But listen, next game
I'm going to, well, this weekend I'm going to Georgia to have Eric work on some of my tattoos.
Well, the next game day we have here, you and I need to throw down.
Well, the other thing is, one of the recording days, I'm been coming to town really early to bypass the traffic.
Yeah, it really depends on my work situation.
No, right. Yeah,
but
100%.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, I had put in here the best thing you can do for the future of the hobby is hand someone a Space Marine, point at a table and say, let me show you something. And we were all, I think the important thing to remember is you're mentoring people. You were all new one time.
Yep.
And not everybody's as confident as other people. And so getting into it can be a bit nerve-wracking for people. Just be patient.
But also remember how the beginning of it was for you and whether or not you like that journey.
Yeah.
How do you want to tailor someone else's journey to either match yours or be different?
It's a good point. It's a good point. Give them the experience you wanted.
It was a game then. It's a game now.
Yep.
It's all about having fun.
It's a game.
Yep.
It's a game.
Hate the player, not the game.
Football is life.
All right. So you can leave us reviews on iTunes or you can leave us reviews on your podcast app of choice. We really do appreciate that and go back and read them.
And it helps other people find the show.
It absolutely does. We have a Facebook group, which is still popping off, and we've got an incredibly busy Discord, which is going as well. The Hobby Progress Challenge is continuing, but nearing the finish line.
Yes.
So
much great work.
Shell is trying to get caught up on everything. I think she is now, but I'm not positive on that. But give her a couple days after the end of the month before you start going, hey, you haven't recognized my thing. It takes her a couple days, and there's a little bit of a grace period for sometimes when people miss that she's a little flexible on.
And if you decide you want to go down a rabbit hole, start looking at those forum threads. The forums are
crazy.
Oh yeah, I have been.
Oh my gosh,
trying to be better about posting stuff that I talk about on the show in my forum specifically. So if anybody wants to see the visuals,
and I apologize for not posting the elite choices in the thing I've caught up, and I will make sure I post these.
Yep.
When I release the show, there's a whole process that goes on where I'm releasing the show, and sometimes I get to the end of that process, and the last step is really like, make sure you take these additional screenshots and put them up there.
You need a player aid.
I know exactly what
I know the steps. I just don't want to do it right now.
Time.
I'm tired.
And I'm usually tired by the time I'm posting it live. So we also have a Patreon where we are releasing bonus content and discussion. Don and I just had a great hour-long discussion about a variety of topics.
Yes, including the Montreal F1.
Yeah. And now we have
Monaco.
I like the end result. I don't like the journey to get there. Anyway, anything I've missed? Anything you want to add there, Joshua?
No, I think that sums it up pretty well.
Don?
I'm good.
All right.
Well, I love talking about this. I love getting people into the hobby.
Yeah, I knew this was the right topic for you to be involved.
Pusher.
I like it so much, I came a week early to record it.
That is true. That is true. So until next time, this is Carl.
This is Josh.
This is Adon.
We're coming to you from the Astronomicon, where I am really trying to be nicer.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
To Adon.
I cannot believe you're saying that.
And where I'm really trying to be nicer to Adon. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, oh, man, it was the same one.
No. Let's launch this thing.
And where great beginnings can give you some awesome end results.
All right. We'll see you next time. This episode of The Independent Characters is protected by the Creative Commons license. If you have further questions as to its use, you can find information on the front page at theindependentcharacters.com.